Willikers. Hello? Team lag? I think you guys can hear me? I think you can. I think so, maybe? I think this thing can hear us. Yeah, apparently they can hear us right now, so that's good. But hello, everybody. Welcome to the stream today. My name is SenseiSuplex. Right now, my camera is messed up, but I'm going to change or be changing that in just a moment. But how's it going, everyone? I hope you guys are enjoying yourself. And you guys are having a fantastic time. That being said, we have Secrets in the Sands episode 15. We're going to be getting started in just a moment. Let me just adjust my camera settings and the white balance. Boom, there we go. We're good to and it's fixed. Sick nasty. That being said, thank you guys for everybody who decided to tune into the stream today. We're gonna have an awesome session for each and every single one of you as per usual and all that good stuff. So that said, let's get straight into the session today and let's have a great time. All right, I'm gonna close this. We're gonna move this down. All right, good. All right, let's do this. Let's see what Secrets in the Sands are talking about. Oh, that lighting thing is messed up. Here, we're gonna unmute and see what they're talking about. Just a moment.
It's like melatonin's pretty good, but I don't fucking.
Serotonin.
That's what we like to come back to. That is exactly. That's the good stuff.
I do my best. It goes good.
We were just naming our favorite
drugs
pastimes.
Ah, I see. So drugs are your favorite pastime. So you know,
Animus has a different pastime.
Yeah, well, that's what you said.
So that's the reason why you wanted to play a druid. You just want to be a hippie. Gotcha.
You gotta hit this. Is so good.
Squat, what are you doing here?
Oh my god. All right. That being said, I think we're all good. I don't got any announcements for this game, so let's get started with where we left off. Huh?
This is a big one for us.
Okay. Hey, announcement, everybody. Secrets in the Sands, listen up. You guys have 2 sessions left before we go on break. Let's see and make this the most chaotic session possible, because you know we like chaos in this house.
All right,
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know if we can topple the
say the C word. Everyone say the C word.
No,
Raven, say the
Honestly,
C word. Come on, say it.
I mean, honestly, I think that's what everybody's trying to do at this point. Valley of Dreams is just like, hey, yo, fuck it, dog. We're just gonna try to do everything as possible, or fast and dangerous as possible. Same thing with the Ascent. It's getting worse and worse. These purple square marks, I don't know, man. They're fucking doing some wild, wacky shit.
Who has the purple square mark? Who has it?
It's Farmer. They're gonna lose this shit.
Oh, wait, I'll ask for it.
Put a muzzle. Quickly get a muzzle. Right now, we can't have our shit.
We'll see what happens.
Farmer has a loudspeaker.
Just the corruption, so everybody hears it.
Although I will say for the fact that because I had to completely previously reinstall voice mod and I lost my farmer setting, I'm going to be trying to figure out an alternative.
Gotcha.
Hell
Gotcha.
yeah.
Oh wait, yeah, I gotta fix that.
Well, one thing that you can't form an alternative of, or it would make me very sad, is gathering round the table. And let me tell you all a Voden fable. To gather around for the tale of these band of survivors, the tale of the looming corruption and that of the mysteries within. For this be the infamous tale of the Secrets in the Sands, and the legendary tale of those soul-bound. Previously, our heroes were found at the beaches of war in the Forbidden Expanse. And be here, quick thinking for our heroes would come into play, as Farmer would be out of commission, and our Aarakocran ally and Creelin would be unconscious, plummeting downwards from the sky. While this happened, Zale would try his best to catch the bird straight out of the sky, but upon doing so, he wouldn't calculate for the lack of gravity and injure his arms, nearly ripping them out of his sockets. However, he'd slow their fall long enough for Ilva to get in range to at least heal Creelin and allow him to soar on his own. They'd take flight and land to safety. But as they do, our heroes will reconvene and they would gather the materials from the leftovers of this base and figure out what plan of action was next. But it would be slightly interrupted as they'd meet some dangerous-looking individuals known as the Descent. Abusing the anonymity of the Red Triangle would be the likes of Zale, who would deceive them to no end, making himself look weak and fake cry about his oculi heritage and being offended by it, as he was called out by the likes of Amos. Regardless, they blow off the conversation and converse with Zaman and the individuals from Jaded Dragon Valley before joining the likes of Kaio and his trek to that very valley. They gather materials at a nearby ruin, but things would only become interesting as they would find a statue to the World Serpent, an individual Ilva was very familiar with, and the likes of Dendar. Survivors, listen now. With you finding these set of ruins, what exactly does it have in store for all of you? But more importantly, what will you do in your final 2 sessions, in your final 2 chapters, before this arc comes to a close? We'll have to come and see in the likes of session 15 of Secrets in the Sands. That being said, let's continue exactly where we left off today.
Sensei, my boombox isn't working. The music isn't playing.
Well,
Oh, mine was good, dude.
contact Olaf and cry about it more, Zale.
My arms, they're broken.
Oh my god. Alright. We're gonna swing on over. The music is gonna fix itself in a second. But I'm gonna send you guys to this map. So, as we pick back up where we left off first, I need to drop a farmer here so they can actually see what the heck is going on. And so they have vision on the map. I think they might have vision anyways. Actually, Matt, can you confirm that? Can you see stuff?
I see things.
Okay, cool. Never mind then. But I will give you guys your bit of ambience and all that good stuff. And I will also give you a little bit of music to go along with it.
If we're picking up right where we left off, fucking Dendar.
Yep. Pretty accurate. But I guess to set the scene a little bit, we return to the likes of our heroes as we see Ilva talking about the likes of who this statue is, as well as how they represent Dendar, and what these strange broken devices needing activation could possibly lead to. Ilva, as you say the words of Dendar, this is where we pick back up. Everyone, at this point in time, what do you all say? And what do you all do?
Question, did she actually say Dendar's name?
I'm like 99% sure she did.
I sure did.
Yeah.
Out loud?
Yeah.
Super loud.
Oh, yeah. Who's Dendar?
Oh, just the good old world serpent.
Does Phoebe know Dendar?
Well, we tried to make a couple of history checks and religion checks last session, but it didn't really work out. You can try again. Religion or history? Actually, no, this is religion for you. It has to be.
Oh, okay. Last time it was history.
Girl boss the history.
Because this is at this point, this is the only way you'd even have like a somewhat of an application of how to figure this out.
That's a 9.
It's a
I am
9.
dumb.
Don't self-degrade.
I would say knowing or hearing the facts of the world serpent being mentioned, you have heard of the world serpent in your studies and sort of worship to the likes of Farika. You do know that they have a relation to one another, but you're not you can't really recall like what type of relationship it was. Maybe it was friendly, maybe it was sort of antagonistic with one another, but again, you're kind of, it's up in the air. You're not really sure if you remember. Maybe if you ponder or try to refer back to your notes, you'll be able to figure it out, but for right now, blank.
Is that
Is
not
that-
like bad? Is it a bad thing?
Is it a bad thing?
We're looking to you, Ilva.
Oh, me!
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were talking to Sensei. I was just like, oh, Sensei's quiet.
No, I know. I was waiting for Ilva.
No, we're talking to you.
My apologies.
But fuck if I know. I'm just the fucking storyteller.
I'm not really too sure if it's a completely bad thing, but just in the past, I know there was a group of individuals looking for the weapons associated with him to bring him back. So I'm not really too sure.
I don't know if you would know whether. I don't know if you
Oh,
would
they
know
talked
whether they
about
were
it,
trying
though.
to. Did they talk about it in front of you?
In
Okay.
the tune of the campaign they did, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. They when you met what's his name? Yeah.
Yep.
Damn, long time ago.
Yep.
Archie's memory is too good for us.
Seriously, kind of cracked. But before that, I don't mean to cut you off. Raven, you do get your D10 inspiration, and also
From who?
from Bemmy boy Bemroth.
I really wonder who gives that D10 at the start of every session. Yeah, so weird.
And also, Farmer, you do get a D4 of inspiration from none other than Creelin.
Where are you? Bring your wife.
Bring my bird. Bring your wolf.
But yeah, that's actually a pretty accurate sort of thing. You're not entirely sure yourself, Ilva.
Yeah, all it was mentioned was they were trying to gather their weapons to bring him back, but I'm not too sure if it's a positive or negative effect that will happen when he comes out.
Well, trying to find some weapons scattered across who knows where. I doubt they're gonna be out anytime soon.
They only need a couple more.
Bovi's gonna walk over and bonk Zale on the head and just say, "Only I can do that. You stay in your lane."
Why can't I break the fourth wall?
Nope. He bonks you on the head again. Creelin's not here, Bubba. You gotta give it to a D4 to someone else, sadly. But that said, Kaya will begin to mention and say, so I am to assume that they are a god or something, right?
Whether they're a deity type or just a mythical being, I'm not 100% sure. I know that they collected most of them, but I hid 2 of them myself. But I'm not too sure what unleashing the world serpent means for the world. I thought it was just back home. I didn't realize she'll look around. Was perhaps also worshipped here as too, so.
I see. If anything, I thought this would just be the general sand serpent that sort of roams around these lands.
Or even a tribute to the goddess Farika, but yeah, no, it's definitely the world serpent.
You said you came in contact with these weapons. Were they powerful? Are these like artifacts or something?
You could say they were artifacts. They're classified as god weapons, essentially. Power passed down from an entity into weapon form for the races of mortals to use and wield. Scary thought when you think about it, but...
Right. See as he looks towards... We'll see as Kyle begins to look and start examining the likes of the statue more and more. And as he's beginning to do that, you'll see as Kyle begins to just startle for a brief moment. as he's walking around, and he'll just say, "Oh, fucking hell. What are you doing here?" And he, or you, or basically anybody around will see a stranger individual sort of lurking, creeping around the shadows, and the likes of the Keeper.
I hate him.
You'll see
come on, he's not
as he
that
begins to
bad.
slowly grow and enlarge in size before stepping out into this sort of area. He kind of has to bend, well, he doesn't have to bend down because the statue is for the most part pretty huge. But as he does so, he'll begin to start motioning forward and making his appearance known to the likes of all of you. He'll tip his hat, wave, before getting ready to start taking off his hat and then just start shaking it for a brief moment. As this is sort of happening, what are you guys all doing? Or are you just
Step
waiting for him
back.
to finish?
It's one step back.
No, I'm waiting.
That said, you see as eventually, well, you see a couple of things begin to start flying out. You'll see as eventually a couple of sticks begin to fly out. A couple of weird, strange, silver-like pieces. A rabbit
I'll
at
pick
one
'em up.
point. And then make an investigation check, Phoebe, real quick.
Oh, okay.
Just one thing. I just want to see.
Okay.
13. All right, fine. I'll give it to you. You see 2 soul coins that drop down onto the ground, and he's like, "How the hell did that get here?" And eventually, you see as he pulls out the likes of Farmer, straight from the hat and onto the ground as they appear in front of you all. So Phoebe, you get 2 soul coins. There you go.
Yeah.
And also,
Yay,
Sirius, you
robbing
get a
people.
D4 of inspiration from chat.
I'll just give you some coins. Here you go, Phoebe. You know, your rolls suck, but here you go.
Oh
Oh wait, I nearly just made a second Phoebe. Whoops. I think I might have did it anyways.
Yay!
no. One's enough.
More Phoebe.
Baby snapshot. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Here we go. I think I did it.
Oh.
Right?
Where
Is
the
Farmer there?
fuck is my shoe?
Yeah,
There
I
it is.
It's
see
on top
farm.
of someone.
Okay. There we go. It's on top of Bobby. I'll move them right there. Boop. There we go. That said, Farmer, as you begin to stumble out from the likes of the sort of strange realm, what do you say and what do you do as you arrive towards the likes of your party in this strange set of ruins?
The very last that I remember was Krillin falling, I imagine.
Mm-hmm.
And then I feel the earth drop out from under me in blackness, and now I am here, I presume.
You are. So, what you would have experienced as well as you would have felt the sort of earth below you beginning to fade to black, you would see as you would eventually find yourself in a strange tavern. That being the last sort of vision you'd see. You witness several other individuals sort of residing there. You're not able to make out their sort of shape, size, and form, or who they were, but as soon as you begin to witness them, your vision changes once more, and you find yourself stumbled on the ground, looking towards your allies, with this giant snake statue staring down upon you.
My dear, I must be malfunctioning. My data must be corrupting worse than I anticipated. What is...
And I'm gonna start studying this this serpentine statue. I don't know if that would be like a
This is a religion
History.
check. This is actually a
Religion check.
religion for you.
Knows more than Phoebe. LOL. What?
17. All right, let me go look into my notes from Zenobia. So give me just a moment, my friend. I gotta look at a different campaign. Because you might know maybe something, but not much. So you guys can talk amongst each other in the meantime.
Oh, hey, farmer, what's up?
Oh, I don't actually see anybody else on the map.
Oh, yeah, your vision. Hold on, let me change that. Sorry about that. Let me just give you 500 feet. 500 feet. All right, you're good. Do you see stuff now?
Awareness protocol activated. Oh, hello, everyone.
Immediately, I'm gonna look around and realize that we were in a completely different spot. And what I'm gonna do is, as soon as I see Creelin, I'm gonna start barreling down the steps.
Oh yeah, he's down there.
And I'm gonna start saying the incantation for Featherfall.
You see as he's just sort of residing outside of this sort of temple, and he looks over towards you and almost begins to take a defensive stance before realizing who it is, and you begin to cast the incantation of Featherfall before you see as his entire form begins to shift. Do you actually cast it, or?
No, I don't actually cast it.
Okay.
I stopped myself to realize that this is a very different place, and I start examining my chassis, not visually, but you know, I have the watch adaptation in my body, so it's like, what time is it? It's different. It's not the same time. A lot of time has passed.
And as you're kind of figuring out what the heck is going on and trying to get a hold of like basically kind of what time it is right now, you do begin to eventually see as Creelin, or the keeper, begins to take the likes of Creelin and begins to just point over as they knock on the likes of the stone beside them, and a small little wooden door begins to arrive and apparate forth. You see as they motion Creelin forward.
Oh no, you don't.
And I'm gonna start grabbing at the keeper.
You see as you start grabbing towards the keeper, you just see as he just begins to hold his head down and just sigh. How exactly are you trying to do this, or what are you trying to do right here, Farmer?
So I'm gonna be I'm gonna immediately grab at the keeper, and I think what I'm gonna end up doing is doing a thunder wave.
All right, you're gonna cast Thunder Wave. Does Thunder Wave hit allies?
Let's see. Each creature in a 15-foot cube originating from you must make a con save. Yep.
All right. No roll needed. You see as the keeper begins to look over towards you as you unleash the thunder wave emanating around you for a moment. You see as he just deadpan stares at you.
Thing is that I immediately remember.
Actually, here, Farmer, make a perception check. This is actually really interesting. Make a quick perception.
The last time I saw this individual, I was surrounded by I was in Zenobia, surrounded by a lot of burning, and this person knows something, and I do not consider this individual to be necessarily friendly.
He's not.
Perception.
Perception.
What did you ask me? It was perception?
Yeah, it was perception. One thing, oh my gosh, that looks freaking, I hate it. It's literally on 16 and 3 and it pisses me off. I don't even see how it's 9, but whatever, that's fine. As this is sort of occurring, every last one of you, like pretty much further inside the ruins, you would hear a sort of massive sort of thunderous blast emanate from the entrance area. As this sort of occurred, Farmer, you would notice amongst the keeper's form as the magical energy begins to strike into them. You would see as they're shielded by an astral light, not ever so faint, but then it begins to fade from them as they take no damage.
You will pay for the damage you've caused.
You'll see as they tilt their head curiously.
They tilt their head curiously?
Yeah, it's just like a slight sort of tilting to the right, just kind of. Yeah, exactly.
I mean mug.
You see as he begins to eventually just start imitating you despite having a mask on, he just kind of like puts his hands on his hips and then just starts moving the beak closer and closer towards your face, just staring at you, trying to intimidate you back, but not really succeeding.
I want to grab the beak and pull.
As you do, you pull the beak and it kind of like, he pulls back, but it's kind of that thing where it's, since it's a mass, it kind of stretches for a bit and it slams into his face and he's just sort of hurting for, or he's like sort of grabbing his face area for a bit. And he's just sort of wagging or shaking his fist towards you like an old man.
Do we see this?
Yeah, I mean, it's not too far to see, to be fair.
Oh lord, they're fighting.
Stop, farmer.
Let them fight.
What? Wait, hold up, before they fucking kill.
My
Hey
money's on Auroraverse.
guys. Hey guys, hey Keeper, we're kind of missing someone, you know, Siri? Where? Yeah. Can you give him before you, brawl each other, I guess? I don't know.
You'll see as he will begin to tap on his head before having a sort of eureka moment, and he will begin to literally where you guys stand, he will dolphin dive into the likes of these stones over here, and he'll vanish for a moment.
I'm gonna quote unquote dolphin dive and just hit rock.
I said, oh no. As you do so, you see as he begins to, or it's not even just you hitting rock, there is an actual sort of strange sort of portal that begins to open up, but you see as he almost facepalm, or not facepalms, he stiff arms you for a brief moment, and he says something in your head. Here is what he says to you, farmer. Only you can hear it. 1 second.
Oh.
1 second.
Not again. No one else joins here. Not after the last one.
I'm just gonna start grumbling and growling in my in my evil voice.
That said, you see as eventually the keeper begins to arise back once more, and as they do, you will see as they begin to slowly pull up from the likes of the ground a giant Furbog individual in Sirius.
In the rocks.
Okay, now you two can fight. Okay, I'm placing bets. Keeper, you get my money. Come on.
He just comes out of the rocks. Wait. Oh dear gods.
You see as
What's
the
the name of
keeper
your
is
cave?
starting to writhe up his sort of sleeves and he's getting ready to enter a sort of brawler stance. He's ready to
get in
throw
between them.
down with Farmer.
I can't see anything anymore. I only see Sirius.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know why. I only see his token and nothing
I
else.
am only.
Oh, I can see now. Yay.
Vision.
I go in between the keeper and farmer. I was like, wait.
As you begin to do so, you begin to step in between the legs of these individuals as the keeper is slowly growing in size and he's just kind of like, put him up. They're not saying anything, but he has that sort of motion.
You try to unarmed strike him, man.
You see as he fucking dodges off to the side, he's gonna try to sock you.
Oh dear God.
If he hits, he's, well, oh God. Actually
Farmer.
he doesn't have a thing, so he's just gonna make a, I guess he's just gonna make a strength check. Oh gosh. Good luck, farmer. That's all I can say, good luck. Yeah, alright. It hits you, but he doesn't do any damage. He chooses to do it like non-lethally or anything like that. And it just kind of bonks you across the forehead. That said, you'll see as he brushes off his sort of cloak and just kind of like begins to put his hands on his hip and just starts tapping his foot. Kind of in the motion like, are we done here?
You are going to provide intelligence on what I saw.
Make an intimidation check, farmer.
19?
19, pretty good. You'll see as he'll respond, but only one sentence before, or a couple of sentences, if not one, before he leaves.
That's Zenobia. That is also a possible future for this place. If you fail,
So,
I demand to be returned immediately. I must serve my nation.
you'll see as he shakes their head and points to the likes of the palm of, or the mark on the palm of your hand and says,
not while you have that thing.
and you would see as he begin to slowly start pretty much just sort of pushing past you at this point and begins to start walking off to pretty much the sands on the desert. At this point, assuming that you probably try to rush after them, Farmer, maybe, I don't know.
Yeah.
All right, as you try to do so, you see as he begins to just slowly hold a hand out, like sort of keeping you from trying to move forward, and you will see as slowly but surely several dozen crows begin to start forming and surfacing around the entire area. You would see as more or sort of these strange wolves will begin to start almost emerging from the likes of the ground. Each of the birds, each of the wolves, all having these beady red eyes that begin to look directly towards you. They howl out for a brief moment, and as they snarl, they begin to stand at a protective watch by the keeper, and they'll just shake their head no, and they will continue moving forward. I said, I'll be honest with you, no real role you could probably make would be able to keep this individual here. They know better to not stay. Eventually, the keeper begins to walk off, and they're never to be seen again until the next time. That being said, while this is all happening, Sirius, you'll see as... Oh, wait, hold on. Forgot to get rid of Creelan. No, he got him. I just forgot to get rid of his token. Yeah, I just never got it or dragged his token.
He turns into a crow.
Yeah. But Sirius, Zale, Farmer, Elva, Phoebe, what are you all doing at this moment in time? Now that after that has all played out.
Where exactly are we?
Temple of Dendar, whatever. Yeah, that. You see that statue over there? He's gonna. Oh yeah, I still have the stilts on. He's going to attempt to point that over there.
Who is this Dendar? And I start to walk up the stairs.
Look, I don't even know. Look, my arms feel better. Can you take these off me? Please.
Your arms are already better?
Yeah, I'm built different. What can I say?
Okay, I just ripped them off.
Zale, as you make a... Well, nah, I think you're good. It definitely does fucking sting for a bit. It definitely leaves a bit of pain as Phoebe straight up rips both of the splints off. But, I mean, it could be a lot worse. They are definitely usable in this point in time. But Phoebe and Sirius... You two, Farmer and Zale, actually, anybody on this sort of stairway, you would have noticed as outside it seems to be a lot darker again, signifying that time has definitely passed to the point where it is now, well, night rather than day.
Okay, did you have to rip them off? I thought you were gonna like take them off.
Well, I said you said you were all better, and you know.
You rip them off me.
Well, apparently you have super healing powers or something like that, so you'll be fine, right?
Yeah.
Right. Good boy, Zil. Good job.
What
What?
took place since I was gone?
Oh,
Yes, I was as well.
I attempted to catch Creelan in the air while riding Finnegan up. It worked for like 6 seconds, and then I dropped him accidentally, as you know, my arm. Anyway, I forgot gravity existed, so yeah. And then Ilva healed him while he was in midair, and he saved himself, really. So it was team effort, really. He's fine, as you saw.
And I saw Creelan. He was alive.
Yeah.
I vanished at the exact wrong moment. This keeper, he said things. He showed
did.
me a burning. He showed me a Zenobia under a catastrophe.
He said stuff in your head.
Yeah, because like,
Uh-huh.
well, hold on a sec. Out of character.
Yeah.
I always thought that the keeper said things with his mouth.
No, he well, you wouldn't be able to
No.
see his mouth because he has the giant beak
Well-
mask, the little plague doctor's mask on. So he ends up, so the way you see it, and also because no one else is able to hear it but the person he's speaking to, he's speaking in your
gotcha.
head.
Okay.
Yeah.
This keeper is keeping required intel from me about the condition, the status of my home world.
Farmer, even if he is, what are you gonna do about it? I mean, we're in a completely different world right now. How are you planning on returning there anytime soon?
Yeah.
I am still calculating that. Inconclusive.
Maybe. I believe I
It's-
have some theory about.
It
the
is an
keepers.
equation that saddens me. For what stimuli that emulates sadness? Sirius, you were vanished as well.
This is my first interactions with the keeper in such a way. I honestly do not recall what exactly happened there. I do have one theory that maybe the keeper is in some sort of servitude with the voice. Do you think he is bound to this person, whoever they may be?
A lackey, a henchman, perhaps. Someone in charge of performing manual labor for a greater entity, likely.
Let us ponder this, but I don't feel the keeper is such an enemy, more as just a piece on the chessboard.
If he was an enemy, I think we would all be dead by now. Because he wouldn't save us at crucial moments. He wouldn't bring us back in one piece.
Well,
makes
evil
sense.
isn't necessarily tied to killing, Sale.
Well, no, I didn't say evil. I said enemy. Like, if
Same
they were working with the voice, and the voice wants to fuck us up, the voice ain't gonna also be like, "Oh, hey guys, I'm gonna save you for this brief moment and put you in wherever the fuck you are." I don't know. I haven't been there. And like, you know, they wanna.
That's
This
kind of what I was
world-
thinking.
This world reeks of a simulation. Enemy defined in this state would be someone restricting our efficacy, our ability to return home.
Either that, or the voice thinks of this as a game,
Well,
some sort of contest. Again, maybe what Pharma said, a simulation of some sort.
you'll see as Kaio will begin to look over towards Ilva. And kind of like in the thing, like looking towards the rest of the party, and it's like kind of like, care to give your thoughts on this based off of the conversation we had. That's the kind of the vibe you're getting from him.
Day one, when we arrived here, I always thought it was some sort of game to whoever this voice is. I've been around the Keeper for a long time. There are times where it feels like he's against us, and then there are times where he's working with the greater good and ushering adventurers, heroes, mercenaries, civilians to where they gotta go. He played a part in doing that in one of the bigger battles I was in. I'm not too sure if he's a henchman or serving anyone, but he's just as mysterious as a voice, and I think caution is always advised when someone doesn't give you the information you need and is taking you away from any place that you don't want to be, or you do want to be. It's yeah, I don't know. One thing's clear though, is this is 100% some sort of test or game or something. I just don't know for whom we are entertaining.
And also why? Or is it just that? Pure entertainment?
I've had some thoughts on it, and it always just ever comes back to some sort of bored deity. Someone who just wants to mess with the lives of everyday people. I don't know most of you intimately, but it'd be different if we were all evil, done horrible, atrocious acts, you know, but I don't think it's...
Are you talking to everybody or just Kaio, by the way?
I don't know. I guess if you can hear, yeah.
I assumed everyone, because you... I mean, if Ilva's talking loud enough, she's not whispering it. Everybody can hear her.
Just checking. Okay.
I think at this point, everyone's just kind of grouping up towards the statue.
If you want to just move your tokens, then boom. Make that clear.
Move me, please.
Whoop, whoop. Wow. Also, make sure you both got a long rest, because you guys still look kind of
injured. Yeah, make sure you two hit your long rest button. You would have been able to rest, and your wounds would have been cleaned by the likes of, well, your time with the Keeper.
He's so evil. He makes your wounds clean.
Oh, it's not necessarily him doing it. It's more of you just resting in there, or whatever wherever he takes you. I got you on Foundry. Well, I don't know exactly if this means anything, but as Kaio speaks, I've never heard of this voice until I met the likes of you, and they attacked us with the likes of, well, the Starry Ones before. Previously, I'd never heard of them or heard such a voice.
Maybe it's based on who interacts with us. I'm not too sure.
Question. How long have the Starry Ones been around? Has it always been like this? I doubt it. Could have been.
I mean, as far as I'm concerned, and since I've been alive, they've always been around. They were smaller in number before, but it seems to be Hold on. Alright. He'll sort of sigh for a bit and just saying, so they were smaller in number, but over time they grew in size and strength. Eventually, I don't know, I guess they grew confident enough to try to take over all of the land and more. From what the ancestors said. And also, well, what I sort of dealt with. The stories align, so it has to be true. If I was to guess. But the entire land, similar to when the Starry Ones attacked us before on the beach, when we formed our defenses, the sands were coursing within the same astral light, the water, the wildlife, and more. Before we all sort of emerged, waking back up. Some individuals, well, I thought were with me. They weren't. Others aged to almost nearly ash and dust. Some just becoming significantly older. And others, well, being afflicted with sickness before eventually perishing. I guess I was one of the lucky ones. Me and several other individuals, but they simply died due to, well, not being able to survive. And I'll just leave it at that.
But, did anyone have memory loss? You know, like me? Blank slate, nothing in my head.
Memories were, some were lost, but nothing as severe as yours.
I see. Guess I was really unlucky then.
Maybe like, oh, I forgot what I did the past 2 suns, or what did I eat, or something stupid as that. But not being able to remember one's entire life, I don't believe, or at least any of the individuals that I dealt with, I don't remember anyone dealing with that. Emphasis on remember.
Well. It is really weird, though, that we are the only ones who are affected in that way, that we don't remember our entire lives.
Yeah, well, you 3 aren't from here. And I'm pretty sure I'm from here. Phoebe, do you think you're from here?
I might be.
What if only affects people that lived here?
That's stupid.
You made me lose my train of thought. And if this was a game and they picked people from here, they got rid of their memories, so there wouldn't be an advantage. Or something stupid like that, I don't know.
But an advantage to what?
Survival?
Anything, I suppose, you know. The same chance everyone has from someone who is pulled from their own world, knowing absolutely nothing about this place until you remember.
In effect, everyone is vetted, curated, selected. Lacking necessary knowledge of each other's and their own history, so that they can participate in this simulation in optimal expectation by the one running it.
I think one thing that could help with this is possibly figuring out, well, on the good news, we have information in the sense of there are some of you here that have them, but others that don't. Not everyone is walking around with these strange symbols upon your hands. We need to figure out something something that's connected to all of you, and what's different from that to, well, me and the Hanu over there.
About these symbols. Sil, I know yours does something, but does anyone else of us know, like, what their symbol does? Like, do you have any weird powers?
Well, I wanted to do more experimentations on such things, but Ilva here says it's more dangerous than it seems.
I never got an opportunity to really focus in or tune in on the symbol if there's any sort of like from an automaton's perspective, doing self-analysis, basically trying to scan and detect on various wavelengths and frequencies, and doing like a full audit of this symbol to try to figure out more about its, like, at least the one on me, to figure out more about its nature and how I might be able to interact with it. Is there a role I can make for that?
Honestly, it's just always up to just how, or you can describe exactly how you want to do it. Different ways or different pretty much ways that you try could maybe lead to different results. But there isn't a singular role that you can just make to try to activate it or figure out something about it.
Okay. Well, that's basically so with what Phoebe had just said. Farmer is going to sort of reposition where he's standing. He's going to straighten a little bit, and his eyes are going to start shifting over to kind of a yellowish hue, and it's going to start blinking as if, it's like a computer process and computer thinking. And on the interior, he's performing all sorts of like he's performing it as I mentioned, basically. He's performing all sorts of like self-scanning. He might even have like an arm pop out with a little scan thing and scan the symbol multiple times, trying to provoke it or understand it from a sense of like different radio waves and different kinds of stimuli, maybe some sort of static or magical discharge, and so he's basically going to stand silent and do that for like the next 5 minutes.
I'm trying to see if I can. I mean, the most you could really get out of just that, make an investigation check, but it's not really much what you can get from it. You can still get something, so it all adds up. All right, Farmer. So as you begin to start scanning the likes of, or the likes of this entire mark, you begin to see anything and everything possible about it, trying to understand its nature, radio waves, anything you possibly can. From what it seems to be, at the most, you look towards it and the mark, it doesn't seem like tattooed into your sort of, or into the palm of your like hand or anything like that, especially considering the fact that you're a robot or a Warforged individual at the least. It seems to be kind of like engraved into your palm. It's not anything that you can sort of scratch out. It's not anything you can either write or rub off either. You sort of interacting with it, besides that, you kind of look towards the likes of visual sort of cues, anything of that nature. And with a 22, you're able to at least notice this. The most is that the coloring of your mark, it is purple, it is a stretch and a half, very much a stretch. But the only time you've ever really seen purple was, well, like at least recently in Voden, was pretty much when you're dealing with the corruption whenever there are different astral changing colors of purple, greens, and blues. But I mean, that's a stretch, and you don't really bring too many conclusions with that. Maybe it has something to do with the corruption, but again, that's probably too far-fetched and ridiculous, and you don't really have any sort of more evidence to sort of, you know, confirm that.
Well, still, it brings up a query of the environment and inspecting the environment based upon color. That's a query, inconclusive, far off the deep end, but you know, it's
something,
at this point, farmer is going. Yeah, at this point, farmer, when he analyzes things, is going to be analyzing it based upon not just its details, but specifically its color.
Easy enough. That being said, also, well, no, I think you pretty much explained exactly how you're examining it, so never mind. That said, is anybody else doing anything while you see Farmer just sort of doing that for 5 minutes?
I had something to tell.
Go for it, Phoebe.
You see, I think I know what mine does. So that's 2 things. This time we know Zale's symbol and mine's symbol, right? No one else, right?
I have a feeling I know what mine does.
What does yours do?
I chose not to say anything because I refused to use it. But when the corruption was shit.
Yep. It was immediate, like, fuck it. Oh, unfortunate.
Which one is that again?
Highest saving throw, probably wisdom, I think. Yeah, wisdom.
Well, it's a good thing I got some inspiration in the bank.
No. Oh, yay.
What's that? So that is a 20. Oh, you don't even need it. That's the DC. You guys always know the DC. And I always get to let you know whenever it changes for that.
I'm usually pretty good with that shit, man. Oh, it slipped.
But
I'm surprised I haven't said it yet, honestly, with my ADHD.
It happens to the best of us. But with a 20, you see as Ilva's form begins to slowly course with an astral light. Or specifically starting with the palm of her hand, you see as the white marking around it, however, is not covered by the astral light. Instead, it begins to almost repel it forth. But the rest of your arm, however, begins to almost crystallize over. And you are not an amnesiac, you have bits of your memory, so you do not lose or gain anything. Alright.
Wow.
That said, but you do take a little bit of astral damage, though, so... 2d4 plus 5. You take 7. Oh, you already got it. Oh god, hold up.
Oh, she died. Tragic.
There you go. I was already doing it. I didn't expect you to do it immediately.
I just got done with my thing, so I'm like constantly fingering with numbers, so I was crying, so.
No, you're good. That said, you all would see as Ilva sort of, or as it sort of freezes over, you see as almost a contorted face begins to look up amongst them as they take the bits of pain, but eventually they breathe and they're able to sort of deal with it. What do you all do now?
Oh yeah, that
You're
shit
fine.
happens.
I forgot that's a thing.
Yeah, you know, they love putting rules on us that are bullshit.
That is another query we need to really understand. Why is it that this single word can spark
That's
damage?
one thing that I'm curious about as well. Back when I was just, well, a child, we could say that word, well, not freely, but without instant ramifications occurring. But eventually times changed where it was just forbidden entirely. Originally, when it was said over and over again, it was said as an ill omen because you would bring the likes of them to your location. But now just saying it simply, well, harms you and makes figures behind serious form.
I thought that was a different word, though. That I said to. I don't want to say it again because I don't want him to have whatever that
Can we
episode
spell it?
was.
Is that allowed?
I don't-
I think before we have more strength, we will try to conduct more tests on these kind of things. But as of
I
now,
see.
I think it is highly dangerous to repeat that word. And I
Okay.
think,
Paper.
Okay.
I think from what Kaio's saying, maybe as a child you would have like a taboo that you would not say, something that would bring like bad luck or some sort of misconception of such things. But this one, it seemed to take it more of an actual form. Do you
Kind
think maybe
of.
the voices maybe conducted another sort of ruling on this word? But why?
What if it got, because of how powerful this thing is, the word is so powerful that you'll just die from even dare speaking it off your tongue.
Are there any magical Phoebe, Zale, and Ilva, you three make a Arcana check. Ilva, you can make one with well, no, you never saw it. Never mind.
How
you just
dare
make it
you?
normal.
You sure, sir? You sure?
I am positive someone else in your
Why
group
not
saw
get
it.
such thing?
I'll give it to you, but it's gonna be at disadvantage. These are Zale and Phoebe are more like arcane. Actually, yeah, it'd be kind of the same thing with you, Ilva. You would have to make it with disadvantage. It's more the fact that Zale and Phoebe's sort of the way they attribute their magic is more through arcane means. Yours, Ilva, is by religious means, and
How
Sirius is by
dare you?
nature-like means.
Someone.
Wait, still use my D10.
Huh?
Someone
Well-
use my D10.
Oh, you want me to?
Someone, yeah.
Well,
do it.
let's just wait to see who gets the highest.
That's
Well, we
you.
already did.
That is you.
It
Oh,
ain't
what-
me. I got 7.
Oh, okay. I thought Sirius didn't roll yet, but then I remembered his.
No, you
My
make
predicament.
You make a magic. Oh, that was almost a 10. Oh, that
Ah!
But 17's still pretty good.
was a 10. 17's pretty good. So with the 17, you would have heard that they're very, very powerful bits of magic. Almost fabled even, and only capable by the highest or most powerful of mages. Words of power, if you will. Powerful words that could be sort of uttered and they would produce sort of magical effects so powerful to the point where they could, or some could range from killing someone to stunning them and racking their brain with madness and more. I mean, it's a possibility. I mean, as you guys are just sort of brainstorming, trying to figure out any bits of ideas and answers, maybe this is out of game. The corruption could be a power word or something, or
The
something
power word kill
similar
or
of
whatever?
it. Yeah. So in reference to like power word kill, maybe that it could be like power word corruption or something like that. But again, I mean, you're not entirely sure, but it's an idea. It's a possibility.
Okay,
This is
okay.
why I hate homebrew.
Sirius, what the fuck is homebrew? What are you talking about?
Homebrew spells are the worst.
What do you mean? Destroy Universe was one of the best spells ever conceived on D&D Beyond.
JK LOL.
Oh no. Okay. Have you ever heard these spells that when you just say a single word, something horrible happens to a target, yeah? What if the C word is one of those words, but anyone can do it, and it only affects themselves?
Oh, that's
Mhm.
mean.
That ranges very well into the malfeasance spectrum of arcane capabilities.
Is it like a
Well-
hex?
Well,
It might be
maybe
a
you're not.
widespread hex of some sort.
Yeah,
I know my
maybe
hex.
your eyes are onto something. Previously, there was I'm not even too sure what it was, but there was a giant spire that was constructed, and at the source of it was this horrific entity that seemingly caused the source of where I'm from to make it so that when you passed away or you fell, you couldn't be revived. No type of magic was working to bring back lost loved ones or anything like that. And it was on a widespread. It affected the whole continent. So,
and
maybe...
just like that, Ilva, stop right there. I need Raven, did you participate in the world event?
Oh.
Who, me?
Yeah, you. Did you
No, I
participate?
wasn't. I mean, I tried, but then I wasn't needed, so I didn't.
Oh, no.
Oh shit!
Oh man! Yikers! But I need Zale, I need Sirius, and I need Farmer all to make the highest saving throws you've got.
What?
For what?
You'll see.
Oh no,
God.
guys,
Oh, no.
I'm turning
Oh, God.
blue. I'm getting red
Guys,
hair.
I am the
My
big
hair.
bad. It is me.
Highest
That's
saving.
evil.
Oh my
Surprised
gosh,
you
I'm
guys
gonna
don't
turn
remember.
into.
But all right.
Wisdom?
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna turn
Whichever
into a
one's your
fish.
highest saving throws, make it for me.
I'm a fish. I'm a fish.
That's not good, dudes. That's not good.
All right, let's
Suddenly
see.
Phoebe was alone in the desert.
19, or excuse me, 9, 15, and what you get, Sirius?
15.
15. All right, are those the final rolls?
You want
Yeah.
I ain't no bitch. I'll take it.
I think we're all in on the hurt.
All
Yeah.
right, so, well, the good
here,
news
right
is
here.
you don't get
Right
hurt.
here.
The bad
Whoa.
news is you're not able to get any information out of it afterwards. So what you would all see is, as Ilva, you begin to explain this for a brief moment in time. Also, Ilva, make a perception check. This is one final thing for you.
Come on, girl, you got this. Girl, boss that perception check.
Just since you've made this so awesome, before you go, well, that's a bad roll. Just hold on before. Just let me see what it says first. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Got some. All right. What do I do? What do I do? We'll add a D10 to that one.
You have the D10. All right, let's see what you got. Big roll. That's a 9.
Yeah.
13 plus 9. That'll beat the DC. Good stuff. All right, we're getting places
You got
now.
the scout pal.
So we're getting places. You would see behind the legs of Farmer Zale and Sirius's form, you would watch as several figures begin to emerge behind their persons. You would see as they begin to almost hold their head for a brief moment, almost like a sort of miniature headache. Before Ilva, pretty much all of you guys would see this, but Ilva, you'd be able to see a little bit more. What all of you see, though, is several figures behind the likes of Farmer. So some taller, some smaller, and some stranger looking creatures and individuals. Even one like a frog.
I can just imagine if, like, fucking Sandman, a short, boozy dwarf, a jack-o'-lantern dude, and a frog.
Yeah.
Just gonna tell him of a squat little.
Slurp cut, slurp cut, slurp cut.
You would see behind the likes of Sirius several other individuals themselves, but again, of differing shapes and sizes and more. Zale, the same thing, or behind them all. However, Ilva, with you looking towards them with your 22 in perception, you look at some of these individuals and where they reside, and some of their forms begin to look familiar. You look towards the likes of Sirius, and you see a smaller individual that seems to have their sort of arms folded, but a tail that seems to be seems to be curling around the likes of their leg, and a tabaxi-looking individual. Someone who looks similar to Smooth Vial. You look besides the likes of Farmer, and you see behind him a taller, sort of broad-shouldered, or masculine individual. It seems to kind of have where you're not able to make like sort of colors out of them. Keep in mind they're kind of like ethereal in this coloring, sort of blue, greens, and purple astral lights. But this sort of facial structure, the size and shape of them, this individual definitely looks like Sandman even. But those are probably the only two that you'd pretty much be able to instantly recognize. out of any of the dozens of individuals apparent here.
Wow.
I have.
Sensei, you don't know the bestie Lumaris?
I think I don't even know if they talked at all.
we didn't
Blindfold
talk, but
gang?
we were in the same group because like
Yeah.
we congregated, but yeah, not enough to really form a conversation. Or whatever. But I have two questions.
Yep.
One,
What?
we went to the I'm forgetting the name, but the little dreamlike state where we met Link or whatever, and then we saw
Heavenly Path.
Sirius's Heavenly Path. That's it. Sorry, we saw one of Animus's echoes. There was one of those echoes behind him as well.
So right now, you did. Now it is. So originally, Ilva, and actually everybody, you would have seen as there were no, or because you guys have seen a series basically like their echoes before them, but there wasn't like a one, or how do I explain it? Breathe, words, word vomit. Okay. There was only like I think 6 individuals behind the likes of Sirius. Now there is an additional one in 7. I could be wrong, maybe getting the number wrong by a little bit, but regardless, there is another additional individual behind him now.
And so okay, because in the previous campaign, whatever, it was briefly talked about, and we had knowledge that like there was the type of like echoes that when we clashed at that moment, or whatever, that it seemed like the echoes kind of helped us push forward, kind of stuff like that. Would I recognize that that's also the same type of ethereal figure-like aspect to it?
Yes, it would.
Okay.
So keep in mind, all of these individuals, these shapes and sizes, they kind of look somewhat like, well, what other thing looks like blue, green, and purple?
Yeah.
So, that information is known to you, as you do recognize those two, but all the other ones, not really.
Sorry.
But everybody you guys see is there's a fucking army behind you guys, because you guys got the most echoes out of all the campaigns. What are you all doing?
Yeah, one-man army.
Charge!
Fuck,
People
shut
kind of
up!
looked shocked for a moment. Didn't realize that story would bring out that.
Holy
So
shit,
what
she can
exactly was
see!
the effect that happened? So we didn't retain any information that Ilva just said?
No, you did. Well, actually, Ilva doesn't said anything. Or you're talking about the story leading up to the shower. Yeah, you guys did. It's just
Yeah.
as soon as she was talking, as she said one thing, something sort of triggered in your mind, and it made you begin to start almost gaining memories that don't seem to be yours and embedding themselves into your sort of frame.
Holy
How
shit,
no
I finally have
words.
memories.
But you didn't
I
learn it.
counted the
But
words
if
for
you
what
didn't, if
she
you made
just
your
said.
save it though, maybe you would have been able to learn something. But now they're just memories that are just fucking completely blank, stranded about everywhere. None of it makes sense. It's just visions everywhere. Like there's somehow a frog there, a centaur, is whatever at this point.
Did you hold on, Sensei? Did you ask us what our echoes are doing? Like, hey, what are your echoes doing? I thought I heard that in there, that you were asking us what our echoes were doing, and that we had a choice to determine what they were doing in this exact scene.
We'll be
Because
here
if
for like
I
10
have
hours.
choice, I'm gonna have all of them T-pose and start approaching Ilva slowly.
Fine,
Hey, Ilva.
I'll allow that.
Hey, Ilva.
Alright, fine. You got it.
Now spooked.
Also,
Mid-sentence.
take a D4 inspiration, farmer. From Instant Retired.
As she was trying to tell her story, halfway through, obviously all that stuff happened, and she'll kind of trail off, and she'll see these T-posing echoes, and she'll see the ones behind Siri, and she'll recognize the shape, the outline of who she believes to be the people that she was with before. And it's like when she sees this, she's telling the story, but then just gets quieter, kind of just like tapers off, and then she'll just kind of like slowly walk forward to it, and just kind of like not touch it, but just try to examine these ethereal outlines of who she fought with and hung out with.
Just trying to examine them.
Just to see, just like, you know, in battle, when you know you clash and you see these happening, it's different than when you see T-posing echoes and one's just standing there.
I'm really just fucking with the mood. Can we just have them not T-pose instead?
You wanted this, damn it.
I'll call T-pose mode.
Oh man, alright, fine. If you don't want the T-posing echoes, I mean, I was gonna commission a little bit hard, but alright.
And it was just like yesterday when Aphelios died and he was T-posing, remember?
So it's just like, all right.
Oh wait, you said there's art to this? Oh, I'm gonna still T-pose.
Now you're in. No,
I will
joking.
T-pose if art is on the line.
Oh man.
Date's juices for free art is amazing.
But...
She'll.
Oh, go ahead. No, you go.
Oh. She'll kind of just like stand and examine the Sandman-looking figure, and then kind of like walk around him and try and get a better look at Smooth Vile's shape and look to it, and just a little bit lost for words. She hasn't really experienced seeing them just kind of there and not in the moment, in the heat of anything, so she's kind of awestruck by the moment here.
What is actually TC? Did we see our echo?
Yeah, everybody can see him.
Holy shit, I had a fan club!
Hey, why do I have nothing?
Feels bad.
Well, Bovie looks around. That means you're just as unpopular as me. And it'll smile.
Oh my god.
Can I give Sensei a D4?
That feels bad, dude. Sorry.
Wow.
Oh, brother.
I got you.
Well, the prank wars continue even across all the Auroraverse.
Yeah, you have to deal with Zale and you have to deal with Pride. How do you feel, Raven?
At least my hell isn't fucking on fire. But wait, what?
Oh, that's it. That does it. Stop. Stop. You know what you did.
I do
Meanwhile,
shit, blame
hell.
rhyme. But anyways, Kaya
Blame
will
you.
mention and just say, and just like that, see, I've never seen any of these sort of things before either. At least ones that didn't want to kill me. What about you, Bovie? No, kind of on the same wavelength. I do not know if I'm looking too far into this, but I mean, it's something. It's somewhat of a difference. I don't know if it means a connection, or if it is a connection or not, or whatever. Eventually, you would all see as the echoes of possibility of what you could have been begin to one by one fade from likes of, well, your sight and more. Farmer, you would notice in your pocket though, something is glowing at the moment.
Salmon put some there.
Is there something in my pocket, or is there
butter?
something in my
Is
pocket?
butter in your pocket?
Oh,
It's not butter.
I examine the thing that's in my pocket, or I pull it out of my pocket to examine it.
You would see as you pull out some of the mana crystals that you gotten from the floating island, and they seem to be glowing slightly, like not like as if they're getting ready to activate, but they seem to have reacted for a moment in time.
Interesting. Reacted. Other. Huh. Interesting. I'm gonna actually take one of these crystals and I'm gonna turn around and hold it closer to one of the echoes.
Just before they begin to fade.
Yep.
Let me give me 2 seconds.
I
give
throw
me
it like a Pokeball.
We're Sandman.
Smooth Vile, you're mine.
Wait, hold on, Farmer. I need to know. Do you actually?
Oh my god. Yeah, I am gonna actually.
How hard do you
Trying to
eat
catch?
this? How hard do you eat it?
What are you trying to catch?
How hard? You're asking me how hard do I eat it?
Yeah.
Oh no.
I'm gonna wind up. And I'm gonna chuck it
No.
pretty hard.
No.
And thus it begins. Here we make fucking go. All right, Farmer. As you begin to grasp the lights of the mana crystal, also which hand do you fucking grab it with as well?
With my right.
Oh no.
Right, which is that's the one with the mark on it. Yep. Yeah, it fits. You see, as you begin to do so, you grasp it for a moment. And as you wind up, you get ready to throw it, and as it's getting ready to leave your grasp, Farmer, you hear in the likes of your head almost several dozen voices all speaking in unison, and they tell you to do this. Hold on, one moment.
Destroy.
Kill.
And as they begin to tell you to run for a brief moment in time, you hear all these voices speaking in unison. You almost begin to or freeze at a brief moment in time, shivering before you drop and unleash the mana crystal onto the ground. You throw it to one of the nearby echoes, and you see as it shatters out amongst into oblivion. As this happens, almost at the exact same time, you would see as Farmer's eyes begin to change from not just a sort of yellow or golden light, not even to a red one that you all are used to, but instead an astral light. Blue, greens, and purples ever shifting and changing as they begin to look or as they look around at the surroundings. And though the sight of all of these individuals, or though the echo sight of all these individuals begin to fade for every last one of you, for Farmer, it does not, as you see all. Alright. Is this individual here? Well, I have to do this. Everybody, check your DMs. If you don't get anything, don't say anything. If you do get something, don't say anything.
I get a TM from. I could get a TM from SenseiSuplex. There's this bay on my fucking life.
Finally, I can get a DM.
Wow.
My shit be dry and empty.
Do I want to work from home earning $5,000 per day? It's weird.
Free Bed Bath and Beyond coupons for me? Just click on the link.
Oh, the 3 numbers in the back.
Hey, Farmer, can you do something for me?
Okay.
Can you roll a D100?
Yeah.
And don't
get
roll
that 100 up
roll
here.
a D100.
Don't roll a 7 or a 6.
All right. Well,
Can we add
roll 7 or
inspiration?
6 now.
Roll a, yeah, do it.
You can't.
Oh,
76.
Oh, 33.
Aw.
Oh, thank God.
All right, let's see what happens on the wild magic table. Woo!
I'm already preparing my patch. I'm already preparing my patch magic just in case.
But one thing you do hear is as the crystal, I gotta make sure this is consistent. You do hear as the crystal begins to break amongst the ground, you would hear this strange childlike giggling that none of you guys would recognize. But it seems to be almost like from a tinier individual, like almost like a kid even. But let's see what a 33 gets you.
Children!
Oh God. You see as farmers form around their arms begins to slowly sort of course with this sort of almost unbearable magical arcane power within. You see as it begins to surge, almost electricity begins to build up and form. And I can tell you this one. For the next minute, you maximize the damage of your next damaging spell you cast.
Oh.
Oh.
Ultra
Maximize the damage of the next damaging spell I cast for the next
me.
minute.
Yeah, it's only the next one, that's it.
Wait, do it to the statue.
What? Blast that kid! Fuck you, Tenor!
How would the statue react to acid?
No, it was a joke.
Or a catapult?
Going to run.
Maximum catapult? Ooh.
Oh dear, that's a lot of damage, yeah? Isn't that like 5d8 or something?
Let's see here. Boop, 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 boop. I do believe this is actually, because I'm only level 3, this is only going to be a maximum of 3d8. What if I just try to knock the head off of the statue?
That's probably a horrible idea.
Oh, why not into the eye?
Hey,
That sounds
question. Did anybody get the stuff from the eye yet? I don't think you did. I think
No.
Phoebe
No.
may have mentioned it, but no one did.
We ain't touching that shit for very important reasons.
Okay.
Wait, who? What? I want to touch it.
Oh, I'm fucking no
I can
way.
Okay.
I think
Okay.
I think I am in fact going to cast catapult, and I'm going to take one of the stones that are sitting on that pile behind me, and I'm going to send that catapult directly at the eye of the statue.
Ah. All right. Good
Wonderful.
to know.
This
Great.
is so random too, because it was just Farmer getting the crystals, chucking it, and now he's just shooting at the fucking head of the thing. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
What the
I'm at the point where my passive engagement with my surroundings isn't working.
That's what we like to
So-
see in Voden.
So I need to absolutely disturb as much as possible, because me being without understanding of this entire circumstance that we're in, I have to disrupt everything now in order to understand its ins and outs.
That's what we like to see. That's that
amazing.
Fair
Zaman
enough.
energy. So,
That's
two
amazing.
things that begin to happen. One thing, Farmer, you would look over towards the likes of Ilva, and you would see as now there are several individuals behind her. You would look towards behind Phoebe, and you would see there's several there's several individuals also behind her. But regardless, you begin to conjure and cast a spell. Well, actually, I believe for catapult, the way how you do it. Actually, describe how you do it again. I always forget.
So for catapult, as it's supposed to be, I choose an object, and the object flies in a straight line up to 90 feet in the direction I choose before falling. So basically, it comes out as a beam, like a gravitational beam, and then latches on to something like a tractor beam, and then chucks it.
As you begin to do so, you see as you strike directly into the eye, doing 24 bits of damage, and oh my God. As this begins to occur, you see as the mana crystal that was in the eye is then going to shatter and then explode and cause a chain reaction. On top of
oh.
Thanks, farmer.
What?
Oh my.
What?
This one and this one are mana crystals that you guys never got because you didn't want to, because just in case for safety reasons. Now they're gonna activate anyways. Roll
Wonderful.
2d100.
Let's go!
Let's go.
I think my sanity is lowering as we play.
74 and 98.
What? Okay, these aren't as bad as Rhyme of the Frost Man. I'll tell you that much. These aren't as bad as Rhymes.
Oh, well, that's good at least.
They're just
We're
wacky
not
and
all-
stupid. All right. We got a couple creatures. Oh God, this is gonna be unfortunate. We'll go with the bad one first. We'll go with wait, which one? You want the bad one or the good one first?
We'll have to suffer both of them, right?
Yes.
Yeah, do us a compliment sandwich. Do half of the good one and then all of the
What?
bad one and the second half of the good one.
I see.
What?
What the fuck does that even?
Just give me random. Roll. Just give me one of them. Give me the bad one first.
I don't even know for this one. I'm just gonna go find fucking. Give me a second. You begin to start hearing, Farmer, around your head, like a strange, like almost like a saxophone, for some strange reason, as it begins to start playing in your ears. Before that begins to happen, immediately you look over to the side, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, I'm gonna roll a d7. Let's hope for the best.
I'm gonna be pissed if it hits me.
Is that a 7? Oh no.
Yeah.
Hi Zale, how's it going? You're just having a bad day, I'll be real with you.
I know. I just want you to know, Zale's gonna fucking get pissed at Farmer.
No, that's 4!
Why did?
Zale, you begin to see as the magic begins to strike out, and when the green beam, it strikes directly into your chest and begins to wash over all of your form. You feel your movement slowed for a brief moment. You feel almost tired and hazy as you are poisoned for 4 hours.
But
No!
Farmer,
I
I'm
got
going
you.
to kick your fucking ass when you get the fuck over here, you fucking bitch!
I got you. You're fine. We can fix this.
The other. Oh god, I haven't even gotten to the music. Actually, you know what? You don't hear. Actually, I got a song for you. I'm just gonna go grab the Ascent's fucking theme song. How about that? We're gonna go grab that,
Is that the bad one?
I think the poison's not a bad one, actually.
The poison's the bad one. This is the
Okay.
stupid
Oh, okay.
one. But you guys hear or Farmer, you hear this for the next minute. In your head.
I immediately turn the audio recording function in my brain on, so that I can document this.
Okay, good to know. Well, you hear that for the next minute, just playing in your head. And you see, I don't know if you're like tapping your foot, but you're recording stuff at this point. So yeah, there you go. What are you all saying and doing now as Zale is struck with a green poison bolt?
Dale, are you fine? Are you okay?
I am in an immense amount of pain. Again!
Can I see
Farmer,
what
what
wrong
the
with Dale?
fuck is wrong with you?
This is in result of direct engagement with our environment for scientific purposes.
I want you to shut the fuck up with that science bullshit right fucking now. This is the second time you have engaged with the fucking environment and shit has gone wrong.
Okay.
Can you stop?
Okay.
And I have
okay.
been measuring the results.
No. Calm down. Okay, Farmer, no more breaking stuff without telling us first, and Zale, be careful.
I didn't do anything. I stood there and I was shocked. I am a bystander in this situation.
Dale, what
What a
ailments do you
Farmer,
have?
apologize to Zale right now.
I
You see as
regret
Kaio's actually
your
just,
pain,
for the
but
first time,
I
they're actually
do not
audibly
regret-
laughing at all this.
Hold on. Let me rephrase.
I regret nothing.
Farmer,
Yeah, what
First.
is that? Are you fine?
I'm gonna
What is your
use
ailment?
command on the Farmer to get him to apologize.
You just do you point to him and just say apologize. Alright. Alright, make a wisdom saving throw, Farmer. I think that's what it is.
Wisdom. I'm fantastic at wisdom, not very good at all.
I mean,
Except I got
hey.
a 16, so.
Dang.
I think that beats the DC, right? Yeah.
I think so.
Pain.
Sorry. Yeah, it's 14.
Alright, so that being said,
Unless I GM re-roll it and get him to fail it, potentially.
Ducky, how petty do you want to be, my friend?
I'm feeling pretty petty, you know what I mean?
Roll the d20. Roll again, Farmer.
Oh my goodness.
You will apologize.
No!
He makes out like a bandit. That's an 18. He succeeds anyways. I said, Ilva, you just yell out to, like, just one word, apologize to Farmer. Farmer, how do you resist? Are you, like, just shaking your head? No.
I'm gonna
Like,
no.
what are you
I'm gonna
doing?
rub it in his face, and I'm gonna be like,
Oh, I'm sorry that
Oh god.
you hurt your feelings.
This dude is not getting healed.
I want you to
I've-
know.
I've
I want
lost
you
it.
to know,
Farmer has
Farmer.
completely lost it at this point. He's so frustrated by everything.
Farmer,
Whoa!
I want you to know you died in the non-canon one-shot. I could have saved you, but I didn't.
Whoa,
Just
that's
let
not
that sink
whoa,
in.
whoa.
No, I know.
Hey, I said you would take some psychic damage next time you mention that. Don't you dare. I'll let you slide
When
for
did
the
you
first...
say that?
I said
I don't
it
remember
now.
that.
No, I'm kidding. But jokes aside, you'll see as Bovie is just sort of Kaio's laughing his ass off at this point. Bovie's just sort of sitting crisscross applesauce, and he's just enjoying and reveling in the chaos at this point. Go ahead.
He's
Phoebe.
right in the middle of us, just
Yeah.
like
He's
I'm gonna-
enjoying
both
himself.
of us, like, oh, this is
I'm just
great.
gonna point at Farmer and go, you need a nap right now!
I'm literally going to respond by shutting down.
Can we
I'm
leave
gonna-
him?
I'm gonna-
He's such an angsty teenager. Holy fuck.
By the way, wasn't there were 2 D100s. I feel like there was only one of those results rolled.
What are you?
No, it
what
was.
are you talking
The other
about?
one
It
was.
both of
The other
them.
one's the music.
Oh, it was the music. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. And you're just still hearing that for a minute until you eventually, well, even if you're kind of just shut down, but as you do, you see as Farmer's eyes begin to go and then flicker and fade out. Does anybody have a passive insight higher than 12?
Yep, I sure do.
I'm clearly not shut down. I'm just acting.
Fucking.
I'm pretending I'm shut down.
That's it. Well, what do you all do now at this point? So keep in mind one thing of note that you did all notice. Farmer's eyes were in fact astral for a moment, and then it seemed they went fucking ballistic for a moment in time. Very similar to the likes of the corruption.
Before all this happened, I asked the question that I never got the answer to.
I was going to explain it, and then I got sidetracked, and I was going to explain another story, then I got sidetracked, and now Farmer just like destroyed the stupid crystal
Well,
thing.
he's been shut down, so it's fine, and now we can continue the story, please.
A mime.
You'll see as Bovie just
Meanwhile-
says, "Welcome to voting."
Can I see what's like hurting Zale?
Yeah, I mean it's pretty clear at this point, but make a medicine check. You would know, like, without rolling, however, that they definitely were, whatever blast hit them and affected them, that seemed to be the cause of it. But let's see what you know past that. 10. They were definitely poisoned at this moment in time. Granted,
Okay,
you're not entirely sure if you could just sort of siphon the poison out of them, like if it was a snake bite, but you would know that there is different types of druidic magic and arcane magic that could cleanse him of this poisoned sort of state.
Oh no, fuck that. I ain't sucking at it. I'm gonna put a hand on Zale's shoulder and cast Lesser Restoration. Curing the
got it.
poison.
Did you say what? What did you say?
He did not want to suck you.
Well, I got.
with the straightest of faces.
You know.
And then took a sip out of his water like nothing happened.
I'm starting to wish this was not water in here. I wish it was something else.
That's something stronger.
Very
So that said,
strong.
Zale, eventually you see as Sirius begins to conjure the likes of the spell, the poison begins to actually seep from the likes of your veins and more, or excuse me, the area where the blast affected you. And as this happens, your form and your state begins to go back to normal.
I'm trying to be nice. I've
didn't-
been
I
nice. I've been
was-
nice. Why does this happen to me? He's
Ilva, let's
gonna
have a
sit
conversation
down.
in another
It's a simple
room.
plan.
We need to really get the moment to gather
Hold
our
on.
bearings.
Real quick, Phoebe, as you begin to mention to Ilva about the conversation, do you guys go into a different sort of area, or?
Do you want to?
I mean, I'm down if you're down.
Okay, cool. I'm going.
Alright, you guys just, I don't know, you just walk around the fucking statue.
Wait, where are you going?
Don't follow us.
This is serious.
I don't care.
No, I'm following.
Wait, what the?
That's it. Seriously, you just walk over towards him.
I'm walking over. It's like, what the?
Fine, but just you. Only you.
Boss, I'm only a bystander. I leave. I get shunted over for 1 day.
Alright, that's said as Sirius is sort of waiting off to the side. Phoebe and Ilva, what are you talking about?
Right. Okay. So,
Just
yeah, you know what Zell's mark does. You have
Yeah.
a feeling you know what your mark does.
Yes.
Pretty sure I have a feeling I know what my mark does. So, like I said before, I refuse to use it. But when I almost said it again. When the C word.
that's why I'm here. That's why I'm here.
when they started coming through, I kind of hid it from you guys, but my mark started glowing, and it's kind of like it was like a sonar ping almost to let me know that they were on their way. But in the midst of that, though, it's since I'm a cleric, it was kind of the same sensation of healing someone. It felt like I had the power to heal and give restoration to someone, but I wasn't about to utilize that, though.
To who?
I'm assuming either myself or anyone. Again, I obviously didn't test it.
Why didn't you test it?
I refuse to use something that I don't understand. I've done that before and it costed me, so I refuse to do it now. Plus, I've seen what it can do. You know, Siri mentioned that he wanted to do more research on it, and then she'll quote Ilva, advised against it. The reason why I advised against it is because I saw what it can do. It's obviously, I know when you put 2 and 2 together, you see the red triangle symbols, and they can communicate, and there is some correlation there for sure. But I've seen it seemingly take away something that's precious to you, and I've also seen it harm you. And without knowing the exact ramifications of willy-nilly testing it and seeing what happens is not something I wanted to witness again. So that's why you weren't there, but that's why when we awoke, I told them not to touch each other with the marked hands.
Okay. Fair enough.
So if we can deduce anyway that these same symbols might have a connection, and ones that don't match up, do not have the connection, only just based off of the red triangle portal communication thing.
Right.
I'm not-
I have the same thought actually about that. Since you want to know what mine does.
Yeah.
Okay. I hear voices in my head. Right?
Sure.
And I know how that sounds.
Yeah.
I mean, Zale does the same thing.
I know.
I'm not there. Don't talk to me.
But I hear multiple voices in my head. And one of them, we've met before. When we were doing the thing, walking, was it the Heavenly Path or something like that? I'm not good
Yeah.
with stuff like that. We were over there, and then there was like this small panda bear-like figure, right?
Hmm.
That's one of the voices I heard in my head. There are more voices, and some I recognize.
Oh.
Oh no, she froze. Phoebe,
Oh, no.
we're on
He
Vista.
got her!
No!
You have none of you understand how funny
on
that shit
the
is,
little
but
triangle thing.
none of you understand how funny that fucking is. But some of the people in chat, as soon as you mention that, you freezing. Oh god. But
And you were saying,
you cut out as soon as you said you know or you recognize some of the voices. Raven.
Oh yes, I recognize some of the voices from the messages in Zill's little hand thingy. So they are real people, and I can talk to them once a week.
You can talk to anyone?
well, only the ones that are connected to your mark.
Only the ones that are connected to me, yes.
So multiple people seemingly have your mark?
Probably.
How many of these voices do you hear?
Damn, how many are there again?
Okay, so this one's weird. So 3 others, but one of the voices, they sound like a cascade of voices, just multiple speaking at the same time. But
Okay.
it's really just 3.
3.
And these are separate individuals you can gather? Different tones in their voice?
Yeah, definitely.
May I ask what exactly were they speaking of?
Just a lot of random things, really. It's quite hard to put everything together, but sometimes they were speaking of battle, sometimes they were talking to each other, but not to me necessarily. There was a lot going on. I feel
You
like...
can overhear their conversations?
Oh yes. We speak all together to everyone. At
So
once.
does that mean that they can hear our conversations?
No. Only I can only speak about one sentence in
Yeah.
a while.
But if you share the same mark, can they not do the same thing to you?
She freeze.
But
No.
But-
Okay. God damn, she. Oh shit. She fucking
Calm
stood
down.
still. I was like, whoa.
they do the same thing to me. What do you mean? Yes, they
Can they
can.
overhear part of your conversations without you knowing?
No, they can't.
sure?
Because I can't overhear conversations of them without them knowing. It is just that when they speak to others that are not me necessarily, but others that have the same mark as me, I overhear that too. Not when they talk to maybe people they are with physically.
So it is like some sort of conference. Once the mark
Yes.
is invoked, all that bear the same marking, hear the same message.
Yes.
Do you have a choice as to who responds?
No. It is not instant. They also have the same limitations where they can only respond with one sentence in a while.
So how exactly does this differ from Sales marking doing receive messages? It's just because it's more visible?
His might be more of a projection, whereas Phoebe's might be more of a telepathic link.
And if I might, have you sorry, brain fart, I forgot the word. Have you given the information of what exactly your markings do?
Yep.
Can you repeat that for Animacy? Forgot.
Yeah. So basically, it acts kind of like a sonar when this is our character. The corruption comes near or in a distance of some sort of length. It kind of lights up, and then at the same time, it's kind of like a wash of like renewal goes over me, and I can feel it the same way I project like healing magic, except it's kind of a little bit more of a stronger intensity than currently what I'm outputting now with Cure Wounds or Healing Word. The fact that it can help with they feel refreshed, almost like fully alive again.
Like an overheal and a sonar?
Potentially. The sonar is more true. I'm not too sure on the overheal aspect. I do not wish to use it.
So, you have not seen mind marking, and I kind of show them again.
I don't remember what it is. What is it?
So, one thing, because we weren't able to sort of accomplish this last session, but Sirius, you definitely would have felt something more strange than usual with the likes of your sort of the palm of your hand, as it seems to be sort of giving you, almost pulling you to a direction. That direction that you would know is that connection to Karos from before, giving you like essentially knowing kind of where to head to traverse to them even.
Sweet, a compass.
If the compass basically said Karos is north and you would go from like everywhere, like you know what I mean, like if that was where how you based your compass off of, sure.
So I have echolocation.
I hate you. Take psychic
That's
dibs.
good.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Oh man.
Oh my gosh, Matt turned into farmer in real
Wait,
life.
you really did? Wait, what the fuck? I was looking at my overlay. I was like, wait, what?
I'm doing that to my
True.
webcam. It's so I can eat without, doing eaty things
Feeling
on my camera.
self-conscious. Yes.
That's big brain. Teach me this
Intelligent.
technique.
Want some chips?
But later. That said, continue.
Okay, so I'm just feeling that effect now.
It kind of got brushed over because we never got to do it last session where it was supposed to happen, but it's actually just coming into my mind, or I'm remembering because I made a mistake as a DM, that you would have been feeling that pretty much since you returned from the Keeper.
Okay, so in
But besides that, you just really don't know much about like what this thing is capable of. You just know that you know, or you kind of know the direction of where to go to find Karos, and that's it.
Yes, Raven.
No, this is Phoebe.
Oh, this is baby.
As you know, I can see perfectly well, but Ilva is blind, so could you please describe your markings?
No, she can see.
Oh my god, the big arc. Maybe arc 3. We're doing new character art and we are going blindless.
Like, dear God, there's too many blind people in fucking Aurora.
There's like 2, I think.
That's one too many.
Okay, Adam. Are you just done with Lumeris's crab? I don't know.
I'm just joking. Yes, I described my marking as both the double swirls, I believe was it called.
Yes.
Okay. And giving that description, Sirius would kind of think to himself for a bit, sensing, because of his ability to always know where the direction of north is. He senses that another feeling is kind of pulling him somewhere that is not really north. I think I might have some idea of what my marking may be doing.
Interesting.
I have a bit of a knack, you say, as to always know the direction of where I'm going. It helped me back in my travels of not getting lost in sea or inland. But I feel as if another direction is pulling me, or I have awareness of a certain point in space. It's really hard to say, but I think I know another location for certain.
Oh, so what you're also saying is that your mark has something to do with something of your personal life? In a way?
I don't know about that much.
It could be, though. It could be,
It
because
could
if you
be,
think
but
about it...
I think it's another more of an arcane kind of.
Well, you see, I think Ilfa likes healing, and she got a healing thing, right?
I don't enjoy healing.
Okay, but you do it anyways, which we appreciate. And you like your compass stuff with your maps, and Zil likes talking to people in his head, and now he can do it on the little screen. So it all checks out.
But then when it's missing two more, and so what does that say about Farmer and Krillin?
I don't know, because I don't know what
Farmer's
they
a
do.
psychopath.
Yeah, well, yeah, for sure.
I think Farmer is kind of extremely frustrated at the fact that he cannot, like I wasn't maybe at the beginning, not getting the answers he's seeking.
I got
Maybe very important ones from his reactions.
Well, that's fair. But the only way to, get answers is to talk to each other, right? Like we're doing
he
right
tried
now?
to get that from the keeper, and you see how that works.
Well, you can't talk to the keeper.
Well, I can't actually. We actually share a common language.
Huh?
Surprisingly. He does speak the celestial tongue.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't.
I can teach you sometime after, but as far as maybe Krillin's marking, does anyone remember what it looked like?
You guys would kind of know it, regardless, because it's kind of stuck with you. His was a black star.
Yes.
Oh, cool.
He's a black star, and his personality, this is the foundation of your theory. He is more of the finding one's way, or was it more the martial capabilities of a person?
Devil's
Seems to
advocate
be...
could be
yeah. That.
because like he was after we saved him, he was kind of down on himself, and I'm not too sure if that also plays a part into the mark.
With that, I'm really hoping he's not beating himself up, as others would say.
Also, I don't want to interrupt this, but I just want to make sure that everybody gets their time to be able to speak and all that stuff. So we'll come back to this in just a second, but I want to make sure Zale and Farm, are you two doing anything off to the side, or are you just waiting for them to return?
He's kind of just watching them. It's like, do I come over? I don't know if that's private. Come. What the fuck was it? Oh, the fuck's messing with that? Hey Phoebe, you're getting a message. It's Zale in your head. Hey, are you guys done? Can I come over?
I just kind of go like this behind the statue, look at Sil.
Hi.
You see Zale waves.
Later. 1 minute.
Damn, feels bad.
Well, he just looks over towards Zale and well, what they say.
I don't know. I can't hear them. It's not a two-way thing. But
Okay,
judging from
I'm
it,
just gonna go over there now.
oh, I don't think you should.
Are you done yet?
it's just the rain.
Bobby just walks over.
Yes, Bobby?
Are you done?
No, we're just still doing a bit of research, as they say.
Okay, I'll be back. The direct
Thank
approach
you.
always works. That's it. They're not done yet.
I don't see why it has to be private.
They may be done now. Go check again.
Hey, serious, you're gonna do that on this?
I'm kidding.
Hey, are you done? Can I come over? I feel like this should be like a team meeting situation. I don't know why this is private. Also, that's in your head.
Can I respond to this?
No.
Certainly try.
I kind of think mentally.
You're thinking? No response.
I look over to Zale.
You see,
He's gonna give you a look.
I don't think he got it. I kind of, they seem to have more of a private situation for this. We will come. I would definitely come back to you and at least.
Why?
I don't know. That's what the girls wanted to go out and do the private. They wanted to go. They wanted to just do that by themselves. But I kind of I felt like it was more important, because it involved the markings. So I kind of wanted to, get my feedback in.
Is not my feedback not good enough?
I don't know. That's why they left. I'll come back. Okay.
He's literally in the girls' bathroom with us at the moment. Like that's exactly what this is.
He's like the gay best friend just hanging out.
They let me in. They're fine with it. I kind of, I'm not
Oh my god. I love it here. Is there anything else you do in Zale and Farmer? I know Matt's eating, so probably not, but yeah.
I'm stationary.
You got it. Zale, anything from you?
Ilva!
Oh my god!
Just share what you're talking about after, please. I get it's private. I kind of want to know, because we're in this together.
To fuck with Zale, she'll do the whole thing what Phoebe did, like the little
Yeah, looking around the corner or looking behind the statue and all that.
but then she'll like grab part of her chest plate and like on like the left boob, and she'll just point and goes, and then just gives like the no.
Oh my god!
He's gonna look down and then he's gonna point to Sirius.
Wait, what does that mean? I turn around and say, Zell, we'll definitely come back to you. Just give us a few more moments.
Oh my god!
I look towards the others. Can you just come? I think he's really concerned about this.
Right.
I
I
mean,
mean, it's kind of important.
Of course.
It's, yeah, it's fine.
I'm just-
only-
I walk over. Zell.
See, I knew you guys come along.
Zale's gonna, or not Zale, Bovie's gonna just grab your arm, Zale, and just say, "Can Bovie come with?" Ask for a friend. Ask if Bovie can come into the...
I'll let you know. Bovie wants to know if he can come.
No.
It's gonna like telepathic message to Bovie. They said no.
You'll see him get visibly sad.
I
Don't care.
I would have said yes, but I don't know. Sorry.
I'm sorry, Bowie, but this is more of like the group matter thing. We'll come to you later.
It's fine. Ovi gets it.
Hey, you! Coconuts on us when we get back, right?
Fuck you.
I think you took it a little personal. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay, sir. I would pat your shoulder, but you're too tall.
I was being honest about it. I wanted to actually make a connection.
No,
You
don't worry
said,
about it.
I want it to be known. You literally said, "No, you can't be a part of our party." But hey, you got drinks on you, right? Drinks on you.
Oh, I said drinks on me, not no when we get back. Not like I'm gonna. All right,
You
you
said
ain't right.
drinks on Bovi.
No. I said drinks when we get back. Yeah, we'll let you know. It's been
Fuck
like
you.
all right, fine. All right, fine.
Oh man, that's in character. He didn't be misunderstood anyways. But regardless, you guys can continue.
So I hate your echo. All right. Zayda, what? I kind of divulged more of the information we were just talking about. How our markings are kind of relying on our personalities in some ways.
Hey, so you were talking about Creelan's mark, I would assume, as well. Remember when he knew about the C words that were going to attack us? Do you think that has to do with his mark? You know, he somehow knew that it was going to happen. That couldn't just.
We realized that was more of I think it was marking.
But he said it though. Remember? Like, he couldn't have just taken a guess. Because we had no idea they were coming until, well, we saw and heard that they were coming. For some reason, they told us. You know, would it make sense that he just happens to know? Considering he doesn't even live here. He's from wherever the fuck. I don't remember. I think he said it.
Are you insinuating that Krillin is working with them?
I didn't even. What? No.
Sorry,
I think
That is what I heard.
No,
No,
I'm
I think-
insinuating.
Evil Creelin confirmed. Hello.
You're saying he was good to begin with?
Serious
no,
jackasses.
No, well, we have no idea what his mark does, so it's the closest thing of a guess I got.
I think he will be more forthcoming when he returns from the Keeper's grasp, I guess.
Yeah. If he
We'll
comes
never
back,
know.
who knows?
Yeah, we
Maybe
should
the
have a
Keeper's-
little talk with Creelin when he comes
Yeah.
back.
Yeah.
So
I would-
that really concludes more the discussion we've been having. I really want to check on Farmer at least. I feel like he is taking us a little hard from the Keeper again.
Should we like walk and talk now? We've been in here for quite a while. You know, we kind
Yes,
of.
another
Well,
thing,
it's
why
dark
exactly are we here?
outside.
It's
It's
always.
Why are we here? Why?
We stumbled upon the ruins that Bovi showed us. We were looking
These are the
for
ruins.
his quote unquote ruins. We were looking for materials for the journey ahead.
Yeah. Also, we might be leaving. We still
Yeah.
haven't decided yet.
We wanted to wait till you guys were back, but a lot's kind of happened and stuff.
Yeah.
So, but
Oh.
What is a lot?
Sorry.
What is a lot? What happened exactly?
Oh, just with like the traveling to here and finding out what this creature was, plus then all our conversations so far. I
Yeah.
haven't really had time to look for materials, bags, and obviously, you had mentioned before, and Farmer as well, that they would need some sort of better protection. So, Kaio suggested that we move forward and travel through the sands into the Jaded. It aligns up with going north, I believe.
Yes.
So we can kind of knock out two birds with one stone with this thing that you saw on the heavenly path there.
And also, this is more of a me thing for a bonus. The Yasuda might be there, so I might learn shit about me, so that's kind of like bonus points for me.
Oh, that's great for you. So.
Yes, it is. I'm glad you see it.
I
like
love that for you.
Yes, you can help with this individual goals. You can gather something together.
And if I remember my memories, then I remember about how the fuck this space works, and that means better survival for all of us.
And I love that for you. And us.
Yes. So if our goals right now are to at least gather more materials, I think.
Oh.
With the cover of night and the cold. Oh yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, real quick. Ilva, do you explain also the other thing, because they weren't here, or at least Sirius wasn't here for the previous session. Do you explain like what this thing was about?
Yeah, sorry, yeah.
Glossing over important details.
I actually forgot about it. It's been a wild ride, dude.
yeah. But I mean, I can explain it.
Please,
Yeah, TLDR, basically, they found two sort of things. They found one sort of structure over here that seemed to be in full condition, but it seemed to be lacking a charge of the sorts. Probably the likes of magic or mana crystals to sort of charge it. But you also would notice, as there is a completely broken and shattered one that Ilva sort of stumbled across that could be repaired. She was able to figure that out, but it had remnants and sort of sayings of Dindar upon them. And in order to repair and charge this thing total, this is out of game, but this part is, it would require, well, kind of in game as well, but it would require 10 soul coins, 1 material, and 2 mana crystals. So a lot of components are needed, but apparently whatever this has is worth it.
Some side quest shit right there.
Yeah, there's some cool stuff.
That's
to be had.
DLC material.
We get an animated statue.
That's a secret boss. I don't even touch it. Don't touch it.
I still have 1 mana crystal left,
Yeah.
correct?
Yeah.
1.
One.
Oh, speaking of which, let me deduct that real quick. You guys have, I think, 3 total, so you should have 2 now. No, you actually have 4 total now.
4.
Yeah. You found 2 more, I believe, somewhere
yeah.
else. Farmer found the first 3, and then I guess you found the other 2. I don't remember exactly where. I think you actually no. I think you, Phoebe, you found it. Maybe I'll check around.
She did in the bottom left-hand corner of the map.
Oh,
yeah,
you
the
did.
beach.
And
Thought
you
it
found
was
the
a coin.
potion as well.
Oh, was it a crystal? Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Same thing, totally.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, of course, of course.
Okay, so carrying back on. If the goal is really to get the most supplies here, and you weren't really able to, let's take care of that, gather the most supplies. And have we? I think I maybe missed the conversation. Have we decided maybe? Do we set a base in the Forbidden Expanse, or are we
We're going to be moving through.
Yeah.
That's why we need the supplies and to make backpacks or leather, anything really. So.
I did. Well, while I was pondering, I feel we can use the boat we found back in that Sandy River as another mode of transportation.
We brought it.
Yeah, we have it.
Oh,
We're
shit.
using it as a sled.
Yeah.
Exactly my thought. You are a genius.
I try to be.
Also, we need a farmer to make more water. We're running horribly low.
Oh, that's right. We're out of
I-
water. We're completely out.
I believe
Yeah.
Wait, is there? I look over to the distance. Is there another source of water here?
Yes.
You guys are literally on a beach.
Yeah.
He doesn't know
I mean,
that
do I see shore? Do I see a
You would
shore?
have saw shore when you first arrived and got pulled out of the keeper's realm.
Okay, yeah. So me and Farmer can at least double the amount of water we can make.
Well, where are we gonna put it?
Do we have containers? We have water skins.
Remember, I have a
Bag of
if
holy
we
water
want the
thing.
bag of
Oh yeah,
holding-
that's
yeah.
true. I forgot about that. Shit.
I don't know if you want to do it that far.
We
Just
can only
fucking-
hold so much water.
Also, one thing, Farmer, did you want to do something? Because I think you mentioned it earlier.
I'm
Or
gonna
am I
look
crazy?
over to Bovi Von Bovi and I'm gonna say, "Hello, Bovi.
Hi, Farmer.
Oh.
How are you doing today?
Terrible.
What is wrong, Bovi?
He'll look over towards all of these
Oh
all the
my
individuals,
We're
Sirius,
bullies.
Zale, and Ilva and Phoebe, and just say, Ovi's not cool enough for them.
I said he was cool enough. Those
Wasn't my choice, it was theirs.
You don't hear this.
But Ovi, if you remember during our early engagement, I did as much as I could to make sure that you were unharmed and that you were treated like part of the group. I think you're cool.
Oh.
No roll needed. You'll see as he looks up towards you, Farmer. He believes it regardless. He's looks up and is just like, really? Eyes starting to water a little bit.
Of course. You are absolutely cool. Cool as a cucumber.
Oh, I knew it.
I knew it. I could see it from a mile away.
He's gonna. Oh God. Good lord.
Please don't break your
Ovi.
back.
Ovi,
Oh.
can you keep a secret?
Ovi can keep many secrets. He hears voices in his head.
Well, at this point in our journey, it seems that we are engaged in an extremely dangerous experiment with us as the specimens. I believe that a fraction of this may also concern.
And he's going to trail off a little bit. He's going to look around and see if anybody's watching the conversation.
You
don't
look
think
over
we
and you see as Kaio's kind of just. He's not really paying much attention, but he's kind of looking around.
I'm going to try to stealthily speak to Bovi and basically say,
Part of this experiment may have to do with our behaviors towards each other, and there may be a time when the powers that be will try to separate us or prey upon the needs of everyone. In that time, can I depend on your allegiance?
Make a persuasion check, Farmer, with advantage because you buttered him up beforehand.
Farmer Game of Thrones.
I seek a little finger.
15.
15.
You'll see as Bovi responds, I hope it doesn't come to that, but I will make sure that, well, I will try my best to protect you. But again, Bovi hopes that that won't come to fruition.
Indeed. I hope it will not either, but I will ensure you do not suffer at the hands of any one of these people.
Even Ilva?
Especially Ilva.
Oh my god.
He'll pat you on the back and then nod in affirmation. And
Anime eyes. And I'm
You know
going
what?
to stand, and I'm going to stand up, and I'm going to say,
My shutdown procedure is completed. I have calmed down. Now, where is everyone?
I see that. I wave over to a farmer.
oh, fuck you!
Well,
You can come now if you want, alright.
I love you
now
all.
you're letting him come.
You'll see as Bovi just completely changes 180.
Bovi.
Just says, "I love
Just
you all."
Bovi
and
just yay!
he parkours off the likes of the snake, and then
Please,
just
please
jumps
don't
over
break.
to here.
please don't break your back or whatever you broke before.
I make space for Farmer and kind of go over.
All right, it's good.
Can we is Kaio coming to?
No, of
Kaio,
course not.
do you want to come?
You see, as Kaio is just sort of posted up like Sasuke at the moment, just like
Oh,
plotting.
Not with the snake!
Look, I don't want to talk to your head because you'll be pissed off, so I'm yelling for this.
You see, as he's kind of just he's just kind of leaning. Well, not leaning. He's kind of sitting down onto the ground, just sort of contemplating at the moment, kind of like this. But do you call out to him?
Yeah. If you're planning to kill me, it won't work. Can you come over here?
You're definitely the Naruto Zell.
I have the hair for it.
Yes, the hair as well. You guys got crazy eye powers. Yeah, it's all coming together.
Yeah.
All right, I'll eventually walk over. But
I decided everyone just make room here. I divulge the information we were discussing.
okay, easy enough. That said, all that information is now known to, well, all of you. All right. Well,
So with that being said,
go ahead.
oh yes,
No, you go.
Ilfa, make
I
room.
think
I'm actually gonna get the bird ready.
okay. With that, I feel like as of now, our goals are kind of in line. We are more just getting more of an understanding of the capabilities of our markings and the connections they have for, I'm assuming, the other groups that we've been making contact with have with them. So we're just gonna gather more supplies and start making our way over towards the Jaden Dragon Valley. Am I correct in assuming such things?
Yeah.
Yes.
That is correct, but if you were to travel to Jaded Dragon Valley, that trek would be quite a long one, and not an easy one in the slightest.
I assume as such. And Sirius kind of takes a moment to contemplate.
You should
feel that-
probably, before you make a decision on just traveling with me, you should probably be 100% sure that is where you want to go.
And I think
If I've learned anything, again, like I said earlier, in my time with you all, you don't really get far without other people around you, or at least having each other's backs. I can't have you traveling with me halfway, and then, once things get tough, turning around and leaving me, well, to the sands to fend for myself. This area around here, with the Forbidden Expanse, to be quite honest with you, I haven't even really seen a sandstorm appear yet. This is probably, if I was to guess, a more calm portion of it. Traveling through would repose many more dangers. So be sure before you decide.
yes.
Well, to be fair, I'd really like to get out of here.
And I
The
think
other place sounds really nice.
Yeah. You know, I don't think you freeze over instantly over there because it starts snowing.
And I think we would do well to gather another ally, and I believe his name was Karas.
And they are in the same direction.
I think that here we are missing a Kreelan to decide, but from what I could tell, they seemed for it. We should probably confirm this with Ilva, so we are all on the same page.
Ilva!
I
Out of
think-
game, I can explain this. if you guys, well, keep in mind, if you really want to do this, this would change the direction of your campaign entirely, as you would no longer be building a civilization immediately. Instead, you'd be, or the next portion of chapter 2 for this, or chapter 3, would be you traveling to Valley of Dreams and reconnecting with them. But you would be doing so traveling across all of the Forbidden Expanse to get there. And then finding them once you get to the valley itself. And try to link up with their civilization, rather. Now, there isn't a wrong or right answer. It's just whatever answer you want to do. But because this is such a big change, be 100% sure that is what you want to do as a group, you know? So if you got to discuss that out of game or in game or however you want to do, then yeah, just do it. Because, you know, it's whatever you guys actually want to play. You know what I mean?
So I feel, let's do that out of game so we can be 100% certain.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like right now.
Yeah. I'm up for it.
Me
Flying
too.
mountain base.
Flying mountain base?
Part of me is
look, God,
Animus, I'm pretty sure it's not just there.
Flying mountain base.
I'm pretty sure there are more mountains that can fly in other areas.
You have seen many floating islands. Many.
It's right there. It's right there. We can ask Kyle how it works, you know. Then we could just, instead of having to, you know, fucking go through the sands, play all this fucking Dune shit. It's like, no, we can just like fucking take the RV mountain.
We don't even know if we can do that.
We asked Kyle. He said there's a ritual involved. We got magic.
He said it's a ritual to make sure that it doesn't explode every 4 seconds.
Yeah, we do that. We do that one. Like fucking like.
Animus, I don't think it works like
Do you
that.
hear yourself right now?
Yes, I do. I feel like I'm having sound logic.
No. No.
There's like, you have like an idea, a concept in your head.
We're
and
level
it is-
3. I don't think that idea is gonna work at level 3, at least, you know? Do you get what I'm saying? It's not a bad idea. It's just...
No, it's not. It's a really good idea, actually.
Yeah, it's just,
even.
we're level 3. I don't think we're gonna be able to do that shit. You know what I mean? It's a great idea. I love it. I would love to do it in the future, but like, as of right now, I have a feeling it's gonna be very difficult.
I'm just not looking for a boyfriend at this time, okay? So.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Surya.
That's why I want to get the relationship with the mountain, because you'll treat me right. We can go traveling together.
What?
Oh my god.
But seriously, can I ask Kaio for how that ritual is processed?
For how you stop the mountain from it, or the floating island from exploding?
Because it's not, all right, so the mountain we went to already, it's already like a fucking huge one, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's, I can confirm that. I don't think it's that big, actually, compared to some of the other ones you've seen. But it's decent. I mean, compared to you guys, was like just, you know, humanoid beings, it's pretty decently sized. You were able to traverse it for, like, you know, in a couple hours, you know? But, let me look at the map. Let's find out. Actually, I can show you the map. Haha!
Oh.
If as soon as I can find it. General maps of Odin, your games, Asia Taiga. I'll find it in just a moment. I think it's actually in Valley of Dreams right now. Because they actually made a fucking map now. Yep. Alright.
Wow.
So they can see shit.
Well, we have a map too, I think, yeah?
Yep, you guys are the only two groups with maps.
Haha, we win.
Okay. So, if we're looking over here, yeah, I mean, it's not the biggest. There are other floating islands that you could probably see. I would probably say this is actually the smallest floating island out of all the ones in this realm. Well, not realm, but like in this immediate area that Sirius and Ilva could probably see right now, as well as Creelin. So yeah, this is probably the smallest. All right.
back.
I feel like it's a chance.
I'm
That
gonna
has
use the
no
bathroom.
correlation. So, the ritual again, it's for he's made a reference of saying this is what we use, or there is a ritual that they use to make sure or to deactivate a certain defensive maneuvers of people being able to just jump onto the likes of the floating island willy-nilly. Now, he knows how to. Well, he can maybe know how to do that and help you with that process. He has no idea what the hell you're talking about, or like driving a floating island. He knows not how to do that. Now, whether that's possible or not, I mean, hey, well, who fucking knows? But he doesn't know how to do that. Well,
We got Zale,
I
we
mean,
can do the
I guess,
turbo
what
boost.
do you ask him or something like that?
We'll see. All right, what the rest of you guys are thinking though? Do we still build base here, or we kind of?
Is there anyone else who thinks that's a good idea besides Animus?
I mean, when you think about
is
it,
there anybody who saw the campaign and was pitched, building and thought, literally actively thought, I don't want to do that?
What did I come back to?
What Matt says, like, with the campaign, did you see that what we're doing here is building a civilization, and thought, I don't want to do that?
Basically, I'm taking the absolute adverse side of this discussion. Not only am I not interested in that idea, I want to know: did you guys never want to play that part of this?
No, for that, I definitely wanted to.
No, I wanted to. It's gonna be a little more difficult here because it's a desert and there's not really a lot of
you
land.
just would be
We
basically.
knew that from session 1.
I mean, yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
You would straight up be skipping pretty much all of that if you wanted to go travel to Valley or Jaded Dragon Valley, is what me and Matt are basically saying.
it's weird because like I actually had the impression that most people in the East, at least in game, wanted to actually move away. So that's why I had the conversation with Kyle, whatever. I'm in the similar boat with Matt because while I don't care if a civilization gets built or not, I am all for it, and I wanted to explore more of the sands itself. I thought that was a cool aspect of it, but how that gets done, I really don't mind. So like when it was kind of like pitched recently in game, I wanted it to kind of insinuate that like if that was the case, we could explore the sands while traveling to there, because that's the vibe that I got people wanted to do. I'm happy either way. I just think there's cool stuff in here we haven't even touched yet. But I'm easy peasy either way, honestly.
Okay.
I mean, it would be badass fucking cool to have a floating rock with a castle on it or whatever. I'm just trying.
I mean, the reason I keep bringing that shit out is because that has actual dirt and soil, and that would be like the hack to at least me and Matt getting the farming experience we wanted.
I think you guys may be looking, or you may be looking at a little bit weird and wonky, Animus. I mean, I kind of see what you mean. So you would be saying to build the civilization on top of the floating island and all that stuff, and that would be where the civilization building happens. But still being able to do the traversing and traveling across everywhere, because making it somehow mobile, somehow. And all that stuff. So getting the best of both worlds. Now, the main issue with that, though, is you have no idea how to make it mobile or if that's even possible. So it kind of goes back to the decision of, hey, do you guys want to build a civilization here in the Forbidden Expanse? Buckle down and, start actually building, or building structures, resources, and all that stuff here. Or Kaio's gonna move anyways. He's gonna leave without you guys because he has to get back to the Jaded Dragon Valley. If you want to come with him and you want to go meet Valley of Dreams and all that stuff, like as soon as possible, you can start heading with him now. That's basically what it is. But by that time, I can tell you out of game, because the Forbidden Expanse is humongous, like all of Odin is humongous, but you'd be traversing the entire region and then traveling to Jade Dragon Valley and then trying to meet up with the likes of them. So they would already by that time, I'd assume, and based off of how that campaign's going, this is all out of game by the way, but based off of how that campaign's going, they're gonna have an entire civilization, like fully flourished and all that stuff by the time you even get there.
So we'd be the Outsiders Covenant kind of thing too.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're too busy being nomads here, so.
I mean, I'll also say this: it's not as if let's see, who did we we came across 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 NPCs, maybe 5 NPCs hanging out with us, and it's not as if they themselves were wanderers looking for civilization. It's not like, it's also kind of like not, I understand, because it's also like we don't really have an incentive for people to be like, hey, we need water, we need, you know, we don't have like 50 people that we're taking care of. We're not taking care of a village. We're taking care of basically ourselves. So like building a civilization is basically playing sandbox with just us.
For now. Because you also have to remember, well, one, you haven't really explored much. You've explored the island, the beach, these ruins, and kind of the other ruins, like briefly where you spent the night there, and that was pretty much it. So you haven't really found a group of individuals, and also the reason why a lot of people wouldn't be necessarily finding you guys seeking civilization and shelter is because there isn't a shelter that you guys have at the moment in the first place. They wouldn't just walk over to you and then just say, hey, build us a house, you know? You would probably have to build a civilization or build defenses to, you know, fight or live against the likes of the corruption or defend against the dangers of the Forbidden Expanse first, and then after maybe sort of finding other people going out exploring after the building's being built, or just maybe word of mouth, if that even happens, people would then begin to start flocking to you. But right now they can't really do that unless you go out and find just a mass of them right now. So that's why it kind of goes back to do you want to start building now, or do you want to just go to Jade Dragon Valley, not build, and then get there, kind of being person from the outside coming in?
I kind of like it here.
I do want to build something here, yes.
If we build something, like if we actually like start doing that, how much? Because like I guess one of the things that's still been a little confusing in my mind is, on one side we are all basically nomads, and we're all trying to find answers, and we're all trying to explore as much as possible and be mobile.
Mm-hmm.
On the other side, we I guess we know more from a meta perspective and not a character perspective that
music's about to get fixed in a second, guys.
You know, that we're one of the big mechanics is building a civilization and, you know, going through all of that. But however, these are exact opposite sides of a pole, because on one side you're hunkering down someplace and you're not exploring, and on the other side you're circumventing an entire series of mechanics. And I feel like one of the gravitations towards like the Sirius's idea, like trying to figure out a way to make the island mobile, is basically trying to figure out a way to bridge those two poles. Because while I don't want to miss out on the building aspect, I don't want us to be forced to only go one route or the other.
Well, keep one thing in mind, because that's a great point. So 2 things actually. One thing, remember, you guys don't have to physically build anything That's what the builder spirits are for. So if you wanted to hunker down, tell them, hey, build this and this and this while we're gone, and then go explore it, you could do that easily. On top of that, you would probably have to build a civilization first, get enough people to run said civilization. Like, let's say, for example, I'm giving you guys little possibilities. Let's say you want to leave. This is whatever. I know this is just an example though. You want to leave Kaio in charge for the time being while you guys go out and explore, like leaving an officer or something like that in charge while you go do whatever you got to do and all that stuff. But that doesn't really happen until you start or building a civilization, then gathering people after that.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
So that makes sense. So in a sense, are we treating this more like are we treating this a little bit more like Minecraft, where it's like, oh, well, you know, let's put a hut here in case we need it, and it's like, hey, builder spirits, go, and then we keep moving, you know?
I think it's, you know, it's tough because like there's a lot of cool elements to everyone's characters, and especially with like the amnesiac background, you want to find out more of the story and what's going on, and especially with like certain events that happen, whatever. And then the thought of like trying to play both sides and trying like, oh, I want to build stuff and set up shop at the same time I want those answers. It's kind of,
don't worry, you'll be able to find them and all that stuff. You won't have to worry about it too much.
Yo, question, because I feel like this would be partially solved by the idea of if there was some sort of fast travel something between settlements. If there was some sort of way that we could move quickly between them.
How little do you know, Matt? How little do you know?
I mean, we're level 3. I don't think we would get that just yet.
Oh boy.
I'm just saying, then it's like we could justify travel and hunkering down, because then we could like make things a lot easier going from one part to another. Yeah. So like, so I guess the trade-off is, so I'm sorry. I guess the trade-off is like, do we just go bare naked into the wild, or do we build infrastructure?
No, I'm definitely.
One thing. So two things. I can only say one of the things out of game. But one of them is for like general mechanics and not a game, like fast travel and all that stuff. You guys pretty much can understand this point because it's already happened before. If you are traveling back to places like you've already been to, for example, when you guys traveled to where you found the hyenas and all that stuff. I didn't make you like role player run through all that stuff. You just skipped exactly to it, so you don't have to worry about backtracking and all that stuff, having to do all those things unless it's like that big of a journey. But the second thing, the more important thing between civilizations, well, one, if you start building structures and civilization, that's a possibility and one of the things that you can build. And on top of that too, that's the point of the ascent out of game. That's what they're going, or that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to find how to get to you guys.
Gotcha.
And make that a possibility.
All right. Well, having opened up this entire discussion, I don't want to lead it anymore. I basically want to just bring up the fact that this is an absolutely perfect time for us to kind of, you know, since we're at a fork in the road basically in our decision making, that we should reassess our dial a little bit on that spectrum to see like what is our game plan, because it seems like the discussion is we explore, we leave the biome at level 3, and the other is sticking around, exploring, and finding a place to hunker, at least for the short term. And I don't know.
Okay, then just really quick, just do a really quick vote right now. What we think right now, like the 5 of us, would we rather stay or do we want to leave? Who wants to stay? Because I do.
Are we raising hands? How are we doing this?
I'm raising hands.
Okay. I get one hand from. Oh, we have face cams. Cool. All right, I get one hand to stay in the Forbidden Expanse from Phoebe and build. Another hand from Sirius to build in the Forbidden Expanse. Ducky, is that another hand?
Yeah.
All right, that's 3. And then Zale and Farmer, you don't want to stay in the Forbidden Expanse?
I'm fine with anything. I just prefer my answer. Like, I won't be upset if, oh, we don't leave, but it's like, that's just what I prefer, really.
Gotcha.
Is
And then-
there a Oh shit, that's right. The sending stones. Maybe I could give a sending stone.
Wait, because I have your other standing stone, right?
Yeah. What if we give one of our sending stones to Kaio?
That only
Ah!
works so
Yeah,
far.
but, yeah, because that's the thing. We can
Oh yeah,
let,
you're right.
let Kyle do his pilgrimage there, because I feel like we're latching onto his goals a bit as far as going to the Jaded Dragon Valley. So we let him go. We can probably check up on him maybe after a day or something.
Yeah,
Then we can just kind of stay here.
that's a pretty good idea, actually.
I mean,
Is
you
he,
also can converse with people from Jaded Dragon Valley anyways, so.
Well, I guess you're right though that the sending stone only goes so far.
But there are other
You have a
means
limit?
to. Yeah, there's a limit. But there are other means
Sure.
down the road that
Sure. Sure.
are massive amount of distance, right? So
Yeah. Okay.
plus we would have sort of a liaison if we ever decide to go over there, a goodwill token if you want.
Someone who's spreading the good word.
Have you heard the good word of the secrets in the sands?
I just think there's a lot of cool stuff to there's giant worm, giant pyramids, giant floaty
I don't
flock
think-
bodies.
I think one thing y'all should worry, because remember, building is very, very fucking fast. Like,
Yeah.
it only takes 1 week out of game, and that's the next session, you know what I mean? So don't think of, like, hey, I'm building a civilization. Oh, you're gonna only be doing that. Literally, you just tell the builders what to do, and they'll fucking do it. And you can go explore right afterwards, and then come back to see what they get done. So I don't worry about, not being able to explore. You guys explore whenever you want to, like you're doing it kind of right now. So don't feel that way.
Mm-hmm. But Matt, you didn't give an answer yet on which part you really wanted.
I'd like to stick around here and find the premier spot to set up that settlement.
So from what I'm hearing, majority wants to stay here and stick it out in the sands. But now we go into this portion. Now I think that we need to sort of decide, where do you want to build a civilization, or do you want to just keep looking? That's the thing.
Good question.
Yeah, because like obviously you want.
He
something that-
really wants that fucking island, guys.
It's only because we have nothing but sand and there is little dirt.
That is a good
We have the
argument.
oasis we haven't even been to yet.
That is also a
usually
good
has
argument.
dirt.
I don't trust that.
Hold on.
How?
Hold
We
on,
haven't
hold
even
on,
been
hold on,
there.
hold on.
Yeah,
What's up,
yeah.
Matt?
Is there a way you can open up the permissions to that map so that like we can just pop in whenever we need to?
Oh
Get it?
God, I'm
think so.
scared. How about this? I'll take a screenshot for you, buddy. How about I feel more safer with that, because I can't tell you, like, I get so much anxiety just opening that map because I'm scared you'll see the entire thing. I can't tell you. Oh man, but I got you. 1 second.
Okay. That'll.
If you want a general scale, but this is just to sort of flex on this. Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna show you a general scale of the map right for a second. So this is where you guys are right now. Okay, here actually I'm gonna ping it with the easier marker to identify, right? If you scroll all the way out, so people on chat or in chat can kind of see this, but
I see the scale. It's ridiculous.
yeah,
Oh,
Jaded
fuck.
Dragon
Okay.
Valley, the likes of Valley of Dreams, is all the way over here.
Sheesh.
Yeah, and then we haven't even seen like how big the Age of Tiger. So the point is, there's a lot to explore regardless. And as I mentioned before, well, even in general, as you guys get better, that means that travel and just in general, like higher levels, and like it just becomes easier. You'll be able to explore like all around. I wouldn't be surprised like further in the campaign, it's just like, yeah, I'm just gonna go talk to Zaman real quick, cast teleport. Hey Zaman, how's it going? You know, like stuff
Why are
like
you
that
spoiling
eventually.
my plan?
All right. So I don't think you got to worry about too much of like not being able to explore, especially with the fact that how building works. Because I built it that way on purpose, where, hey, builder spirits just do it for you.
All right.
So
Thank you, unions.
you're welcome.
Make sure they get their dues.
All right,
But-
so it seems like one option is go to floating island. Another option is explore and find more points of interest. Just keep finding
Oasis was another option.
Because that usually has
or
dirt.
the oasis.
Yeah, Oasis being the third. In-game
Yeah.
constant chat will show the current map. Well, like what you guys see.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't think it's more. It's just more. I keep putting the idea because we can just harness it. Get have it like just have it there, but yeah, I feel like we can go to Oasis and check that place because that could be
Yeah.
another like foundation for
Yeah.
settlement.
Also, there's water there that will
Plus it's-
probably kill us, but that's not the point.
We should check
And
it
none of-
out at least. Yeah.
That's how famous like desert places go. They build around an oasis.
Yeah.
I also want to try Triceratops as a mount, so.
If
Oh, I forgot about
if
dinosaurs.
we did more exploring, we could go along the beach and just explore the entire waterfront. But we already know an oasis.
Yeah.
So
You know, an oasis, you know there's pyramids, and you know there's a floating island with destroyed, rundown buildings that explodes, but it has the capability of being able to be reformed and like the explosions to stop. You just don't know how yet. You can ask Kaio, but he said that it uses a bit of a device, but it also requires many people. He hasn't himself been a part of it, but I mean, he'll kind of tell you what he knows, you know?
Okay, I think we should vote on what to do next or where to go next at least, so we make some progress here. So I think I personally would like to go to the Oasis. Who
I
else?
agree with that.
Okay,
I'm
Oasis.
I hear 4 for Oasis. Elva, what about you? Oasis or somewhere else?
What about Dendar?
Dandar can go away.
Dendar.
Hey, what you
No,
say?
no Dendar this time. No Dendar this time.
I'm cool with the Oasis too. Like I said, there's a lot of cool stuff I want to check out and explore and see what like with the previous ruins or even these ones, and just seeing what else is out there. And obviously, like big fan of dinosaurs. So
I just
yeah,
imagine
I'm
just
cool. So.
Yeah, cool. I just
Yeah, but what's
imagine you
the
just like
dinosaur
we can
kid?
domesticate dinosaurs. Let's do it.
Yeah, like I just want to ride around on a Triceratops and then just see this stupid bird thing and just like ram into him and go, yeah, you know what I mean?
I am taking away your Squawk and Finnegan privileges.
So
Were you the
to-
dinosaur kid, Ducky?
So to confirm this, make sure. So we are all in agreement that we're staying in the Forbidden Expanse and
Yeah.
all that stuff, but
Yeah.
we're also heading to the Oasis, and
Yeah.
that is where
Yeah.
we will make our base, as long as it's not absolutely terrible. There.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not terrible, right? DM?
It's not a mimic in
Cannabis.
disguise, right, DM?
It's not a mimic in disguise of an oasis, is it, DM?
A mirage. Oh my god.
That's what I thought it was, a mirage at first. Like, nah, it's too hot here.
Right.
What'd be kind of cool too is like you build around
Alright.
the oasis and then you move the,
Yeah.
the floating islands, the chains go up, and now all of a sudden we have this cool little arcane little place thingamabob.
Alrighty, so if that is the case, here we go. So, now that conversation is done, it is assumed that you were talking out of character and a little bit in character to basically convey
Yeah,
all this information and all that stuff.
Yeah, I wanted to fast forward it.
Yeah. So,
Oh, I want to roleplay it.
That's too much
Wow,
roleplay.
Jumping up.
roleplay.
That's a lot of accents going around. I don't want to kind of like miss things in translation.
My voice will die.
but 2 hours later, no, I'm kidding. Eventually, you guys are able to come to an agreement, and Kaio will just say, "Okay, fine, then it is an agreement." I will say that I believe the oasis that you saw and you're referring to is kind of on the way to where I need to be, but I must travel past and above the oasis up to the sort of mainland of the expanse, and that is where we will part. So, do we get a move on now, or I don't see a reason not
Yes,
to?
we would just wait for Ilva to bring back the Squawk and Finnegan.
Is there not another place in this area we could go to, or was it just destroyed?
Um,
I don't
what-
remember.
what
Don't worry,
do
I'm
you-
outside. It's just the two big things, I think. There might be something on the right hand side.
There's something on the right that you guys haven't seen, but it seems to be just the outline of what a building could have been.
Okay. So we check for supplies and head out.
Yeah.
All right, so party gathers forth, and as they do, I don't know why your token's been acting up on my DM screen. Serious? It's like just literally a black box. That's it.
Whoa.
I don't know why, but on the actual like stream overlay, it's perfectly fine, which is weird. But yeah.
Evil Sirius confirmed.
I think so.
I am the knight.
That said, after a bit of time here, just make a last final survival check for me.
Who?
Wait, who?
Anybody who wants to just do the
Let's
scavenging.
do Ilva.
Alright, you make it with advantage, Ilva.
Hell yeah, dude.
22 and a 10. We'll take the 22, and eventually you sort of scavenge off to the side over here. If I can drag your token. Where the heck are you? Oop.
Like 10 stone coins, 1 material, and a couple mana crystals, right? Am I right?
No.
A Vorpal Blade.
yeah, Vorpal Sword
Is
in
there
there
food?
somewhere.
I need more jerky.
No food, just more materials and soul coins. You find 2 materials specifically and 2 soul coins on top of that.
Can we even carry more
You
material?
can. I don't think you can carry more materials.
Yeah, we
you-
throw it in the
water, so
boat.
I can make some. I can purify some water.
Yeah,
we
you
have
guys
a
are
bag of
full
holding.
on materials, but you can get 2 more soul coins to help with the building. So you guys
water.
got 6.
Go get
All
the
right.
water.
Farmer is purifying the water. What spell are you using for that, or do you just have purify?
Purify food and water. It's ritual.
You got it. Make just a survival check to see how much you get, and then you're good to go.
Into the bag of holding.
19. Alrighty. Bag of holdings
Ew.
are good to go, so you're able to get a decent amount. More than enough for every last individual here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, minus you. So a total of 8. You get a total of 8 stocks, or excuse me, 9 stocks of water. There we go.
It's just farmer by the shore just vacuum up water.
Now, granted, you could probably get
Slime rancher.
a decent amount more. It's just more of the fact that just in case you want to store the use anything with the bag of holding for anything else, or just in the fact that you guys could spend more time just waiting for farmer to keep filling this thing up, or you guys can get a move on now. So that said, with all of those things in play, you guys begin to head forth and start traversing to the north.
Yeah.
Just be all. Can Sirius take a mental check on where Karas is?
Yes. So, funny enough, I mean, they're kind of in the northish direction anyways, but it's kind of off to the, you always knowing where north is, it's kind of northwest-ish.
Okay, cool.
Alright. I said, as you all are doing, you begin to traverse, getting on the backs of, well, actually, no, not all of you guys can fit onto Finnegan and Squawk. So how are you guys doing this? Are you
I'm
trying to
on the
traverse on them,
boat,
or are you just walking?
I'm gonna be dragging the boat.
Yeah.
Okay. So Ilva's carrying the boat, and it's pretty much spread between like people who are walking and people who are on top or riding on top of them. All right.
Yeah.
Good to go. That said, as this is sort of occurring, you guys traverse past the likes of this pyramid, and you're continuing forth over to here. But let me drag Ilva over here. There we go. One moment, please. Let me refer to my notes. But yeah, as this is beginning to sort of happen, you guys begin to witness as something strange is kind of occurring. You look over and you see as dust begins to pick up from the sand. And as this happens, more and more of the sand begins to flow with it as it does. Everyone quickly just make a perception check for me.
What sight?
Yeah, with sight.
Yeah.
Nice advantage,
14.
loser.
You don't have to be mean.
You just need a blindfold, bro.
I already have a character with a blindfold. I don't need another one.
You sure? It helps.
Alright.
Siri, what did you get?
I got a 14.
That said 14. Okay, good to know. As this is sort of occurring, you all begin to sort of cover your eyes as you try to see through everything. More and more the dust and sand begin to almost pick up and fly into it. And as you begin to look up and down, Ilva and Phoebe, you swear you see a figure for a moment in time. You look around, and as you're getting more and more of the sand, for a brief moment, you see as it gets in your mouth before you begin to cough and hack up a storm. As you begin to do so, you're coughing and trying to get anything or bits of this stupid sand out. You see as Ilva begins to drop onto their knees for a brief moment, almost weak in sort of this strange bit of pain, and you see as she coughs out onto the ground, she coughs up blood instead. You look up, you two specifically, and you just hear the words, and actually because you activated it earlier, Farmer, you would see as the marking upon your hand begins to glow with this sort of purple light for a brief moment, and all three of you would begin to just hear the following, just repeating over and over in your heads. One moment.
Jade. Jade. Jade.
Over and over and over again. You just hear it sort of repeating. And you all would begin to, well, you specifically, Farmer, or excuse me, not Farmer, but Ilva and Phoebe, you see a figure standing far in the distance, their skin made of this crimson blood with strange sort of spikes, if not horns, jutting out of their head and their body. A large sword placed upon their back with their blade curved. Despite their grand size, the thing that shakes you for a moment is that you see as the sand begins to pick up, and you blink, and just like that, they're gone.
Oh great, we have a stalker.
Something really wanted us not to stick around.
Good thing we're not sticking around here.
I
we're
changed my
leaving.
mind. I want to live here.
Jade.
Your Uber has
Maybe
arrived.
For Jade, maybe there's like someone lost and they're just.
Someone has an order. It's like Jade. Jade. Jade.
Pizza for Jade.
Can you imagine if someone's character was Jade? The confusion.
That would be so weird.
I get this all the time. Yeah.
Oh, they get my name a mixed up right now.
That being said,
well,
Is the
You see
sand
his
gone?
Ilva
Is
sort
Moving
of-
on.
you see as Ilva is sort of coughing up blood, but eventually they're able to
Right.
get a hold of themselves.
I'm gonna Arcana check all this.
Arcana
Can
check
I
all of
check
it?
on Ilva?
Yeah.
Sure.
Sorry, why am I coughing up blood? Did I miss
Yeah,
something?
You
Got
have
it
no
in your mouth.
fucking clue. It just started happening.
It's a tumor. No.
The tumor.
Ilva, no!
Oh man. We're gonna
I
have
was on
some
the table when
interesting-
I got teleported to voted.
Oh no.
We're gonna have some interesting conversations with some people. But 15, you look over towards it. You look and see to first to make sure it's not a mirage, but especially you, Farmer. I mean, having a mirage would be pretty unlikely, all things considered. But from what you can see, it seems to not really be a familiar type of magic to you in this sense. It's not illusion or anything like that. It is actual physical blood and more. But the individual that you saw, I mean, it could have been just a simple sort of, how you say, enchantment sort of thing to make you see these things, but the conclusions that you're drawing doesn't seem to point towards that location. Instead, you're seeing a magic that seems similar to more of Make a religion check for me, farmer. Just this. I won't make the DC too hard for it though.
Religion.
20.
Yeah.
It's the thing that's kind of throwing you off is it seems to be a mix of two sort of things. The likes of demonic magic, but also a familiar sense of the corruption itself.
Oh, demonic magic and the corruption and the C word itself.
The C word itself.
I'll see you guys next Tuesday.
I see it.
What?
Next Tuesday? What?
I don't get the joke.
It's okay.
Yeah, it was a joke. It was a joke. Wait, so only Farmer saw that?
Only Farmer and Phoebe saw that. Like they actually saw this other figure sort of standing there, kind of watching them with a sort of curved sword and strange spikes.
You have a
Yeah,
blindfold?
Did I say that wrong? Phoebe and Ilva, my bad.
That's right. I coughed up blood for this.
Yeah. I might have said Farmer, my bad.
up.
Farmer, you did not see. Farmer, you did not see
speaking
it,
of
you
that
just heard the
coughing up blood.
voices. My
Yeah,
bad.
speaking of coughing up that blood, I'll check on Ilva.
Me too.
You check
I
on
don't
Ilva?
agree.
Blood tax.
Oh. Far
Casper some
or
complaint.
Sirius, you check on Ilva?
Yeah.
You see as well, make an investigation check, I guess, or medicine check, your choice.
With guidance.
You have advantage because Phoebe is helping.
Okay, with the advantage. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Making medicine check. I have guidance. I heard
Yep.
guidance. Alright, guys. Ooh, that's 18.
What is wrong with me?
Alright, 24 plus
Ooh.
25.
25. You look around, and as you're sort of investigating, you don't really see anything wrong with Ilva or Phoebe for a moment, but then you look towards the back of sort of Ilva's neck-ish area, and you see a symbol being almost burning into the likes of her skin. And you look over towards Phoebe as well, and you see a similar mark, or a demonic-looking mark, sort of being burned into her skin as well. It seems to have these strange sort of, or this strange sort of face with a sort of massive tusk, and also just these giant massive horns sort of protruding out of maybe what could be a head or a circle or something. You're not even entirely sure, but regardless of what it is, you do feel it.
Oh.
Oh no,
But
they're attacking
regardless,
strong,
it
independent
seems to
women.
be that- oh my god. You would see as it is burning into their skin.
That's a hunter's mark, baby.
Noticing that, I immediately cast with my verbal magic, detect magic.
Detect magic. You get the sense that that is demonic and corruption.
What school of magic?
You look around, and at this point, no school of magic that you could probably. Well, actually, no, that is a lie. You would be able to tell what school of magic. This is divination.
God.
Yes, I think, and I see this on both Ilva and Phoebe now.
Except I'm bleeding, yes.
Yes, I see
I
this
have
in-
it worse. I'm bleeding.
please feel bad
Yeah.
for me.
I see this in, noticing that I say there's some sort of weird divination and magic upon the both of you.
Huh?
Private
Right.
eyes are watching you.
What caused that? Ilva, how are you bleeding?
I
just-
don't know.
We must leave now.
This boat was so heavy.
Yes, if only
okay.
you had rope for that boat.
Just cough it all up. Just cough it. Get it out. That's right.
I mean, you're not coughing up blood anymore. You've been good. You're just at this point just trying to sell it.
Just dry heaving.
Oh,
Iron is just
You.
disgusting.
Let's just go
Alright,
with
so
caution then.
let's
If we
bounce.
have-
Can I investigate the blood?
Sure. What are you trying to look for?
Is it like? Does it not look like normal blood? Is it like coagulated blood, or like bubbly?
It looks like normal blood in the sense of yours, but it doesn't seem. It seems to be almost very, very warm, burning even.
So it's sizzling.
Kind of, yeah.
Sizzling. It's
Oh, no.
sizzling.
Smoking.
Smoking.
Edward, you okay?
I could not tell you in this moment.
Again, this sort of divination magic is upon both of you and Phoebe. We must. I feel like something's watching you.
What is this? Do I know that I have a symbol on my neck?
Well, you wouldn't be able to see it unless Sirius tells you about it.
Yeah, I kind of say that.
Do I recognize the symbol at all?
Assuming I mean, you can't really see it, but I mean,
Were
just
you-
the
I'll
way
just
that
turn
it's
around and I'll
were you gonna say Mogus? Is that what you gonna do?
You look over towards it and does not look like Mogus.
Can I look at it? Would I know anything?
Sadly, not.
Demon boys don't keep in touch, I guess, I don't know.
You're more of a devil.
I
They don't
know.
get along.
I know! I was making a joke, it wasn't very good.
There's a difference.
Oh my god. But regardless, it doesn't seem to ring any bells for any of you.
Oh well, let's keep going
Yeah,
then.
let's go with extra caution then, I guess, I don't know.
Yes, before whatever is having sight on the both of you catches up with us.
Yes, come on, quicker pace now, woohoo, yay.
Well, why us though? That's kind of creepy, isn't it?
I'm gonna
Very much
cast
so.
Vigilant Blessing on myself, as well as light on my shield here. Oh, I'm just kidding. I don't have light. Ignore that.
Damn.
You
But I
get it.
will cast Vigilant Blessing though. I still got that.
All right. So, as you begin to cast Vigilant Blessing, you gain that's advantage on initiative, or is that the 300 feet?
Initiative.
Gotcha.
The 300. I haven't used the 300 feet one yet.
Okay. So, as this happens, you guys continue forth. And, oh boy, want to go too far. Okay, that's fine. One moment, let me pick out the thing. Alright, here we go. Oh, I gotta fucking change this up. Cause, god damn it. Cause, or there is a certain individual that is not here. Oop. And let me change this, and let me change this token. Why is it like that for you, Sirius? Like, your token is literally just a square. It's just a black square just sitting there. So weird.
Angular.
It matches
guess-
the echoes.
I guess so. I guess so.
Pain.
But
Agony.
as this is sort of happening, you travel for about 2 more hours before eventually end up coming over to the likes of this sort of land and more. You take a little bit of a different route than before, but for the most part, you're sort of led to this area. Let me go grab the NPCs. But as you're doing so, is there anything you guys are conversing or talking about?
There's a thing over there. Look.
There's a thing over there.
Hold on.
I do see a thing
I
over
can't
there.
see.
Yeah.
I can't see.
Oh.
And then
Shall I describe it to you?
Please.
It is like a big rectangle
That's
table
not their
type of
token.
thing.
'Cause my
Looks
token's
very
private
old,
manually.
metallic.
It's occurred to me just now.
How
much do we know about like the history of Vodin? Like we're seeing signs of
I mean,
Is-
like,
we're
Well-
seeing signs of civilization.
I
but,
think the
like,
most we know is Yasuda and Samadans fucking hate each other. I think that's the most we know. I could be
And
wrong.
we know that on top of the mountain thing, there was a civilization town thingamabob.
That was
Yeah,
from the Yasuda,
so
but used to be
something,
Samadan.
something must have happened here.
Yeah. Let's go explore that thing. It could have shit we need. Who wants to come with me?
what is that thing?
What the
I don't
fuck
know.
is their
Me,
thing
I'm
here?
coming.
Oh, you're coming. Okay, let's go.
Wait, remember the last time you found Kyle?
Oh,
Yeah,
what,
and
is that
it
a bad
went
thing that we
fine.
found Kaio?
A little. He kind of tried to kidnap you. Remember?
But we're
Zale,
fine now. What do you want to?
Phil, don't leave me alone.
Yeah, I'm going. I'm
Yeah,
going.
there we go.
I'm going to.
Ah,
I'm going to.
how did they get in front of me? Come on, serious.
I had
Come on,
to
let's go,
bring their
bestie.
tokens
Let's
on.
go.
All right. So you guys begin to transport yourselves all the way over to here, walking through the likes of the sand. And as you begin to do, you find the likes of a small, sort of strange, burned away sort of tent-like thing. It's only sort of strung up by the likes of wood, staked into the sand. The top portion of this sort of cloth seems to be, again, completely burned away and sort of destroyed even. Bits of crates and boxes and more. Signs of life that also seems to be destroyed or haphazard even. But, are you guys investigating it to see what it has?
Yeah.
So we get over here.
Investigation check or survival checks from you.
Not good at either of those. You want to do it, Raven? I don't know if Sirius is actually coming with us, is he?
I said I was going.
I can do it. I can do the
I
check.
got it.
I'll give
Plus
her
6 to my.
advantage.
Yeah.
Oh. I think Raven froze again.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
I guess we
She'll
should
never roll.
You got a +6 to your what? What?
You're back.
Well,
You're
turn back. What were
Live.
you saying?
What the fuck? Okay. I was trying to say you have a +6 to your what?
I was saying have +6 to my investigation, but this isn't my thing, so.
Okay. I'll make an investigation check. Do I have advantage of still
Yes.
help?
Just from me.
If you want, yeah, you can.
From me.
And guidance.
Oopsie. And guy.
Again, guidance! Here, have it!
that
Roll a
D4.
d4.
The D4. A 4. No, a 3. That's also good.
Let's
Alright.
go.
What's the total? 15?
50.
Yeah.
15, alright. So as you begin to travel into this area and you begin to dive around and see what you can find, you begin to, for materials and stocks of what you find 2 materials. Again, you can't really carry more, but you do find 3 soul coins instead in here. As this is sort of occurring, Phoebe, you look towards this. You specifically begin to examine the likes of the cloth, and for some strange reason, not necessarily like this sort of cloth, like this specific one, but the way it's made, the sort of fabrics of it, they seem kind of familiar, possibly of what this thing was made out of. Phoebe, make a history check for me and make it a damn good one, please.
Yeah.
Mouse
Yeah.
22.
That's a good one.
All right, good to know. Zale, you watch as Phoebe's just sort of like kind of peering into the likes of these sort of this fabric, and they're running their hands across it to see what it is. But you see as they begin to just get lost in pondering in thought for a brief moment in time. Oh boy, it's time. One moment, Phoebe.
She remembers.
Must be nice.
Wait, one second. Well, while I'm getting this thing, what are the rest of you talking about? Back here?
Oh god, the blood.
This is
Damn.
Tragic.
strange. Are you guys talking about nothing?
We're talking. So I'm going to go to Squawk over here, and I'm going to be like, well,
Hey mods, deal with that in chat.
Huh? Oh. There you go.
Appreciate it.
Sorry, didn't notice in time.
No, I just happened to look over.
Ah.
I keep logging out of the fucking stream because of my
What?
internet. God.
Oh wait, I think I know where it would be. I think I remembered. Okay, it'd probably be here.
Hello, Squawk.
Squawk!
Oh my gosh, just like Pokemon.
I.
Wait, yeah, Squawk can't speak common, can he?
No.
Wow.
We didn't think that far. All right, there we go.
Yeah,
Fucking
I no
finally
longer talk to Squawk.
Good conversation. So, as this is sort of happening, Phoebe, you're looking around and about. You begin to start pondering and thinking of something like where you've kind of seen this fabric before. And you take one single breath and then begin to blink for a moment, and you open your eyes and you don't find yourself necessarily sort of walking through the likes of the deserts, but instead you find yourself almost strangely like walking through a door into a building of the sorts. You look down below and you see as there are carpets, bits of tapestry, and more sort of displayed outwards in this strange small building. A tavern, even. Well, Phoebe, you see this, or in front of you, and all around. Activate. Oh boy.
Oh.
Oh no.
Oh.
Wait, what?
Wow!
Whoa.
Wow.
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 These fucking guys.
Wow, it's really nice and furbished here.
Phoebe, you begin to look around and about, and you see and hear the likes of multiple individuals, patrons even, just sort of drinking and conversing, reveling about. But regardless, you don't really see much of them. You see more of remnants and sort of almost, how you say, ethereal versions and outlines of them, or of them instead. But as you begin to sort of find yourself in this strange sort of tavern, you look around and about and again find more of the fabrics on the ground of similar sort of nature. And they seem familiar, very, very familiar to you. But at this point in time, what do you say and what do you do right now?
I just kind of look around, try to recognize the place. Where the fuck am I? What is happening? Do I recognize anyone?
You look around, and as you try to peer into, like, just trying to see exactly maybe who, an inkling of what they possibly could be, you see just random individuals, civilians even, as they begin to become even more clear and clearer. But as you begin to kind of try to peer past them, instead, you don't really see them for their actual physical forms. You see more of sort of spirits and souls just sort of walking around if you're not necessarily sort of focusing on them for too much time. You look over and glance at this point, just seeing a bunch of these individuals in the tavern. You see over towards here, and you see two individuals definitely seeming to be a different sort of, or stranger sort of nature. And these two sitting at the likes of this sort of, or at the bar.
Oh.
You see a warforged individual. It seems to have a massive sort of kanabo at their back. And then you see besides them a sort of silver-haired woman carrying the likes of a sort of mace or a warhammer and a shield at their side. Look over towards them, but you can't sort of shake it out of your head of them seeming familiar. You're not sure why.
Can I walk over?
Sure.
Alright.
As you begin to do so, you glance over towards them, and they don't seem to be sort of like moving or anything about, but you can kind of hear whispers of their or whispers of what they're possibly saying. You look over and you see towards this individual. As they begin to speak, they speak with a more sort of robotic tone given their sort of nature, but you see as almost, how to sort of explain this? Again, without sort of like focusing directly on them, you see them for pretty much nothing but past them, but their entire soul rather, or their spirit sort of roaming around in the likes of this tavern. Possibly maybe spirits of the dead, who knows at this point. But you look over to the woman in the right, and you just see almost visages, flashes of imagery for a brief moment in time, before you see the likes of another individual sort of standing beside you. And you see a warforged individual beside the likes of this sort of silver-haired woman and more. Oh, excuse me, that'd actually be on this side. As they seem to be conversing, they look over towards you and begin to stand for a brief moment in time, and then begin to point towards something amongst your sort of frame. Do you let them, or do you just... You see as they begin to reach out and try to grab almost the likes of your earrings specifically, as if they're trying to grasp something from you, pull it back towards them instead. As they try to almost rip it out for a brief moment in time, you see as the vision begins to fade and vanish. Now, Raven, I said that you saw spirits and more, souls even, throughout this entire sort of tavern-like thing. Oh boy. Hey, Phoebe. This one's a difficult one, I'm not gonna lie to you. I need you to check your art and check into the very bits of your earrings and tell me what you see.
Oh my god.
Oh.
How the fuck am I gonna do that? What?
Enhance!
If
Enhance!
you look inside of each and every single one of your earrings, you may find a couple of familiar individual or familiar looking symbols.
Zoom in!
You may see.
Shit.
How the fuck do I zoom in on this shit?
You don't see it? I see it.
Enhance!
You see, in fact, spirits inside of your earrings where they reside. Souls captured and residing in your earrings.
Ma'am? Ma'am, are you the villain?
Am I the villain? What is going on? Oh my god.
Shout out to Finn
No.
for that. But as you begin to awaken, yeah, that's where we're gonna have to end today's session.
Oh my
Flipping
god.
the table. Flipping the table.
My God.
This girl literally has souls in her fucking earrings.
Baby, you got a backstory. You need to divulge now. That's
Yeah.
good stuff.
Oh boy, here we go.
What jeweler did you go to for this shit?
I just got a random, like, you know, fucking pearl from the sea and some fucking shiny rocks just over here to, like, give me your soul.
You got
style.
earring souls.
Oh man, special shout out for Finn. I said, all right, I need you to make this as subtle as possible where no one could see it unless you really, really try to look for it. Freaking
I thought
killed
was a
it.
troll.
My god.
Oh my god. That being said, we'll hopefully be able to figure out what this means in the future session, but we're at or past time, so we'll have to pick that up next time in Secrets in the Sands episode, or the final one, episode 16, where we go on break. It's gonna be a it's gonna be an interesting one, I can say that.
Yeah, it's Phoebe
Why
Solo
the fuck do you
getting-
have souls in your earrings?
It's Phoebe Solo in the bar right now.
Oh boy.
Did you steal all their fucking souls in that bar?
Alright, well, we'll figure that out later. Thank you guys for everybody who decided to, or was able to show up today, and also thank you for all the players and all the viewers across all the different streams and all that stuff. You guys are amazing. Appreciate each and every single one of you. I'm going to break it down and go send it into a raid somewhere. I'll see you guys in a bit.
Sweet. Oh my goodness.
Alrighty, thank you everybody who decided to tune into the stream today. You guys are fantastic individuals. Thank you guys so much, and more. But all of the good things must come to an end. So we're gonna go find out who we are going to raid at this moment in time. I don't think there's anybody on Rolling Together that's streaming. I don't think anybody streams on Sundays or anything like that. Oh, there is. There's actually a couple people. All right, we're gonna go raid, I guess, the Nat 30s then. Cause yeah, why not? Actually, I'm gonna go raid GM Hina. We never get to raid them. We always get to raid the Nat 30s. Yeah, so let's go raid GM Hina. They're talking about TTRPG, or they're part of the stream team. They're talking about TTRPGs with ADHD, plus light discussion and all that good stuff. So let's go hang out with them and send the raid over that way. Which GM Hina, bop, bop, and bop. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye, guys.